Let's fly!
Not too far now. Time to say hello.
Hold on to your hats. Bullseye! Locked on! Open fire! Bullseye! Locked on! Let's fly! Bullseye! Open fire! Fire in the hole!
Go! You're free now!
Burn it down! Fulfill our pact!
Farewell! Tell me what you see.
Locked on! Open fire! Let's fly!
Time to go.
Let's fly!
Not too far now. Time to say hello.
Get to work! Suffer the wrath of the... Knock him down. Rev the engines! Light of the blazing sun! Show no mercy! Take me up! Locked on! Bullseye! Rain.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your
Off to the freezer. At first, the flavor. Coming to art. Selector, my apologies.
fight is ready.
We meet at last, Medler.
Settle down. The tide is taken.
Let the world collide. A dash of frosting. Juice on the loose. Whirling snow. Yeah.
Bow your head. Let the mighty be humble.
Off we go. Teamwork is strength. Guba, get them. Eat this. Everybody stand back. Neutralize.
Target acquired.
I'm going in. Reconstitute. Nice and spicy.
I got him cornered.
Hey Griffin, how are you doing? So today, I just we have a ton of news actually for future characters roadmap. So yeah, I just started with spoiler bits as always. And you know what, future characters looks pretty promising. And yeah, we have news about Columbina. Looks like she's going to be Hydro, which is actually okay. You know why? She should be either Electro or Hydro because of Electro charge reaction. But again, we'll see. We'll see. Electro would be better. You know why? Because Electro involved in so many different reactions. But Hydro is also not bad. Unfortunately, we have so many great Hydro characters. You know, we have Shinchu, we have Nuvolet, we have Furina, we have Yelan, we have Candice, we have Nilo, ton of characters, you know. Again, we'll see, we'll see. Yes, we have Electra as well, but not so much. Yeah, we got recently Varesa, and the last Hydro characters was, I don't remember. Let's check it. I mean... The last Hydra was Mualani. And Mualani is also powerful, you know? Just imagine like they release another one. So yeah, like, and Sigrin, she's not bad as well. We actually all, like, most of the Hydra characters are pretty powerful. All of them, yes, and like Escoffier made them like even more better. Barber is still useful, Shinchu is okay, Mona is great, like yeah, with Constellations, Candy is great, Buffer, Yelan, Kamisato Ayato now with the Escoffier is good, Zanganame Kokomi, like she's just like yeah. Tartaglia is still playable, Nilo is great, like yeah, like all of them are actually pretty good. I don't know why they decided to do that Columbina Hydra, but again we'll see. Hey Jay, how are you doing? I'm kind of excited for Moon Electro charge reaction too. Oh, about that, it's like Moon Electro, I don't know about the Moon Electro, like it's going to be like kinda like some like yeah buffed Electro. As you know, like we have actually these abilities at the moment. We have two characters who can buff Electro charge reaction. One of them is Ifa, and another one is Mizuki. So both these characters can buff Electro charge reaction. Unfortunately, Ifa is on field, so you cannot maybe use that character with that Electro, you know. But Mizuki can be off field, even though it's better to use her like can be off field, even though it's better to use her on field. You know, so we'll see. That Electro charge, if I'm not mistaken, like in 5.8 is going to be off field, you know, but according to the leaks, we also have some Columbina mechanics. And you know what, her Hydra, it's actually great. She has some crowd control abilities. Again, it's like super early to say something. But yeah, it's possible that like, yeah, let me read that actually, to be more precise. So yeah, about Columbina. Like she's going to be the moon goddess, you know? Like her E skill increases shield while simultaneously pulling all surrounding enemies closer to herself. Which is actually means crowd controlling, you know? Charge attack fires a moonlight beam, which is actually looks like a nebula charge attack, you know? So it's possible, and it's also Hydro. I don't know, we'll see. And her burst is like charge forward and attack enemies along the path. So it's kind of like it's kind of like the beam again, you know, with maybe some like transformation mechanic. But we'll see. It's still early to say something. It's super early to say something because like yeah, but we have roadmap of a character. So yeah, 5.8 is going to be, I don't know how correctly, Yennefer or something like that. So yeah, 5-star Electro character, like Electro charge 1 reaction.
I'm a little out of practice these days.
6.0 is going to be, by the way, Columbina is 6.2. Just like,
I'm in the
yeah,
mood for
don't
some
forget about that.
peacemaking.
The point is, yeah, unfortunately, Hoyo, I don't know why, but yeah, you know, like Genshin Impact, they so mean to Genshin Impact players, because as you know guys, in 5.8 we're going to get only 53 or 54 like wishes. It's actually nothing, it's not even 50-50. That's terrible. But we'll see. I mean, like, yeah, when it's come to other games, like even like ZZZ gives a ton of wishes. Wuthering Waves, just like, yeah, no need to mention Wuthering Waves. Wuthering always gives like about like 100 plus, always, you know. Yeah, there's a great chance to lose 50-50, it's especially for me, but again, like they give us a lot. Then we have HSR, which is actually also gives pretty good amount of wishes. But Genshin, I don't know what happens with Genshin. So yeah, 6.0 will give us like Cryo. By the way, we are going to get another Dendro, and I assume that Dendro, which is going to be not Cry High Priestess, you know, she's going to be, you know, like Dendro characters are actually extremely valuable, you know, even all of them now, all of them are actually useful, all of them. I mean, they're extremely powerful. Even Kave, like I don't use Kave so much, but with Constellations, he's actually pretty good.
Where's
But
my...
all other characters, yeah. Tignari with Constellations, great. Nahida, like, yeah, no need to mention Nahida, like Yao Yao. Alhatem is still good, you know. Yeah, some specific teams, but again, Kirara is great at Constellation 6, like she is a great supportive character. But again, yeah. Other than that, Durin, by the way, they told that Durin again, like that Durin's going to be Anemo. Even though recently we heard that Durin might be Pyro, right? Something like that. Varka is Anemo, and Varka will be playable in 6.4. By the way, about Capitano, looks like Capitano is going to be playable. Yes, sooner or later. This is actually great news. So yeah, because as you know, guys, he is not like completely like dead or something. He is still alive. You can check him, by the way, time to time. Would be nice, like yeah, like this place. Let me switch to the game. He's still breathing and alive. Oh, is that like kinda like sword, which looks like Favonius, if you ask me. You know, a little bit. Maybe some recharge weapon. Who knows? Also, like, don't forget about like future, like new future characters, because since it's going to be not Cry, like, and we're not going to get any Archon character, any of the Archons. Let's see, it's only one, like, which is left, which is Cryo. So, you know, guys. So yeah, we definitely will get some supportive and DPS characters, like, which might be useful. Like, you know why? I still don't think that going for all of the Cryo characters is a great idea, even though Skirk, like, let's say like that. If you ask me, like, as you know, guys, we're going to get like Skirk, which is going to be Cryo. She's not bad, but after some tests, in my opinion, like, Escoffier has way more higher value than Skirk. You know, even though Columbina is going to be non-Cryo character, it's still like, yeah, you know, Escoffier just made Cryo and Hydro characters so great again. Even, like, let's say like that. To be honest, as you know, like Ayato, I skipped that Ayato back then because of his low damage. But now even Ayato is extremely crazy, you know? He is extremely useful now. Alright, so yeah, let me continue with this one.
Silence!
Shower me with praise! Let my name echo off to the freezer!
Settle down!
Sakura swirl!
Be sanctified!
Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive! A dash of frosting! At first...
Damage is crazy, actually, you know why? This Ayaka, like, using her like,
Bow your head!
as a sub DPS, like, not sub DPS, my bad.
Take flight! Yes! Ah! Shower me with praise! Let my name echo in...
That's how it is, like, second DPS on his team.
Goose on the loose!
Settle down!
My apologies! Embrace the ice!
And actually, you can forget about the enemy.
Let the mighty be humbled!
Because yeah, we got buff from
Extract! Everybody stand! You're toast!
Target acquired.
Oh, glory! It's your soul! Sacrifice! Neutralize! Forever hold your peace!
Locked on.
internet. So yeah, let's try like, yeah, try to keep, oh, like, does Ayaka? Oh my god.
Bow your head.
Oh, we start again. So yeah, like about the future, let me just check like some notes. So I did some notes about that. So yeah, initial mechanic, like Columbina's initial mechanic is actually not bad. Looks good. Moon Goddess like might be like, so yeah, Moon Goddess by the way might be Columbina, even though like couple times mentioned that Moon Goddess and like Columbina is completely different characters, you know? So yeah. By the way, like a sun drone, which is like a marionette, or like how to pronounce it correct, it's one of the Fatui Harbingers, will be playable as well in Genshin in the future, you know? So yeah, like a ton of characters, definitely. Oh, by the way, as you know, guys, we're going to get like new map. Mare Jivare. So yeah, in 5.8, which is going to be some like, as they said, that map is going to be like close to Not Cry, but not Cry completely, you know, like let's say like, yeah, environment is going to be close to Not Cry. We still don't know the place. Maybe like we will get some info in like couple days after they release new. Yeah, in a week or like 8 days, something like that, because of 5.8 beta will be open by that time. But by that time, we'll see. I mean, I don't even like can imagine where, like maybe like this place, but I don't believe in that. It's kind of like, yeah, it's like between like Natlan and like Shumeru. This place is the same. Maybe they will give us this place at the same time, like this one and like this one in the future, like kind of like small roll-up updates, you know. Because Marijiwari, like, yeah, I need to check the internet. Maybe like, yeah, we will get some info about that. Because Marijiwari, I would say not bad. Why not? This new map is always welcome, because like, if I'm not mistaken, that would be like the first time we get like some persistent map, like not time limited map, but persistent map in 5.8, because usually it was like a Golden Apple Archipelago, which was like temporary, or we got like Simulanka, you know, which was also like temporary, you know, all of them. They was like time limited.
Settle down.
Strike a pose! Let the world come on! A little move boosh! Pinnacle of excellence! Whirling step!
The tides beckon.
Sakura swirl! Yoo-hoo! Time to shine! Goose on the loose!
I want to kill him.
Silence.
With that, so yeah, it's possible. Yeah, it's possible actually. You know, without getting that shield. That Ayaka actually helps a lot. Sure, other than that, not so much. Densleaf, by the way, about Densleaf, yeah. By the way, Regrator, which is actually Datore, will be playable as well in the future. According to the leaks, we will get the boss, like Datore boss, you know. So yeah, like Arlecchino boss, you know, Raiden boss. So yeah, in this case, might be definitely playable. Like maybe, I don't know when. And by the way, another like character which we're going to get, it's going to be Pyro, like according to the leaks, Pyro Escoffier. If we will get something like Pyro Escoffier, would be just crazy, you know why? Because like it's kind of like she is going to be like, in my opinion, kind of like replacement for Shanling. As you know, Shanling, you can say that Shanling is Pyro Escoffier, roughly. You know why? Because Goba can rest shred Pyro. At the same time, she is pretty good in, you can use like Shanling in overloaded teams, you can use Shanling in mono Pyro teams, in other teams as well, so yeah. And she is great off fielder.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand nice
Target acquired.
Should have used like Bennett's buff.
For the Lord of the Night.
It's your soul! Teamwork is tricky! Get them! A little ambiance.
That was unexpected.
Let's light it up! Going in! Extract! You're toast! This'll brighten up the
Point
place.
is,
I got a corner.
alright, so yeah, like, let's just do some domain. This kinich is actually broken as hell for this, like, second half. Like, yeah, using kinich is kind of like cheating, not gonna lie. And yes, Ayaka with like new wallet is also possible to use Ayaka's like as a like you know, like only as a burst, you know. It's actually not a bad idea. You know why? Because of future characters. Oh, why did I use like, okay, let me switch the team. Because in this case, actually, like if you have like at least one Favonius, and you have one, you actually can do pretty good damage. And the Scorpion, yes, she's broken as hell. She increases damage for like,
Kamisato Ayaka, present.
for like, she's just broken, not gonna lie. She's like easy to use. She still works even without like mono, like not mono, like only Hydra and Cryo characters. So yeah, because like we have like we're going to get Skirk, which is going to be extremely limited, but it's a way now. You know why? Because yeah, because I don't want to say it's a great idea, but again, okay, let's just
Bow your head.
Strike a pose! Let my name echo off to the freezer! A burst of flavor! My apologies!
can I get enough time? Yeah, Newlet can do it alone, but just imagine like if you add Ayaka's burst in this case, it would be way more easy. Like yeah, faster. All right. Physical damage. Oh my god. Attack sands. I will keep that, even though like attack sand might be useful. But physical damage is like third physical damage I got from this domain. Damn, that's terrible. Oh yeah, by the way, I want to try another team, which is going to be a Scorpion with Varesa. You know why? I don't know like why, but let's try Varesa and a Scorpion. Let's give it a try if you don't mind. I mean, like, we don't have so much to do anyway. Yeah, it's either like Imaginarum Theater and this Spiral Abyss. By the way, future Spiral Abyss is going to be like, first stages will be alright, but the last stages, like which is 5th and like 6th, they're going to be nightmare. Especially like 6th one, last one, which gives us, according to the leaks, some like weapon skins, which is actually a bad idea. You know why? Because, yes, we have a ton of weapons. The problem is giving skin to a 3-star weapon, as you know, like I don't think it's a great idea, you know. Mostly they will give us like for, maybe they will change the like rewards, you know, like first like season we will get like some skin for a weapon, second one is going to be like something else, you know. And don't forget about Dust of Enlightenment, which is actually can change substats of your trash artifacts and make that artifacts less trashier. Oh my god, that's crazy actually. That Dust of Enlightenment is kind of like, man, that's a trap, but it's again, it's me. Okay, which team I want to check? It's going to be like this one. It's going to be a Scofier. Oh yeah, that team. It's going to be a Scofier. It's going to be Varesa. It's Furina. It's going to be Varesa. And it's going to be Shinyon. So yeah, I just like want to check that because... yeah, I don't like to use Shinyon. You know why? I mean, like, when it comes to exploration, she's actually good. I like to use her. Sorry guys, but like in spoiler base, like yeah, she needs ton of energy recharge, and it's extremely annoying to get that energy recharge. Like her weapon, unfortunately, not energy recharge weapon, it's attack weapon, and like at Constellation 1, like and 0, like second one, going for the, yeah, second one is might be, yes, okay. First one is like give you additional charge, but again, it's not enough to like charge her if you don't have enough energy. For me, it's like 179, and like yeah, additional from this weapon when I use the skill, 48% for 10. So not a bad weapon, by the way, when it comes to like buff, especially for Shinyon. She scales on attack, healing scales on attack, and like energy recharge. Okay, let's give it a try. So it's going to be like Shinyon, Furina. No, it's going to be Furina, Shinyon. Scofier skill only, because we don't have that healing, you know? Now like this one. Because 20 seconds, and yeah, and after that Varesa. Let's give it a try. Actually, you need to start with Varesa first. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, and by the way, in like 5.7, they will change this one. Now, when you reconfigure the party, right? Confirm, you will get nothing. You see, like, you need to build your characters again. In 5.8 or like 5.7, they will change that. You will get the same characters you used like the last time, which is actually crazy. You know why? It's super annoying to build the team again and again and again. They should have done it like immediately. That was so obvious. Oh hi, it's like bro, not cry. No, I'm not going to cry. Gonna bring DPS with self-support. DPS with self-support. If we're going to be like not cry, no need to cry, because we're going to get not cry. So yeah, about not cry's self-support and DPS, it's actually good. But you know what I would suggest maybe to do? It's better to go for self-support characters. Hi Zora, how are you doing? I'm good. How are you guys? Thank you very much for joining. Anime Expo 2025. Why? When is that? Now? Look, yeah, it should be in a few. I will check that. I mean, unfortunately, sometimes I don't like, kind of like, cover. I cannot cover all the news because, like, yeah, I just like, you know, like, yeah, after job, sometimes it's difficult. So yeah, which team I want to try? Just a test, like this one. It's going to be Varesa, Furina, Scofier, and Shinyon. I know that looks like a terrible team, because actually you need to use Shinyon to buff Electro. It's way better. I mean buff, I mean like by using anemo stuff, you know? Not cry, no need to cry. Nice. Yeah, like we're going to get not cry. July. Oh, July month. Okay, I will check that definitely. Not cry, no need to cry, yeah. Oh, so yeah guys, let me just like start with the news. So yeah, as you know, we're going to be at crazy characters in like Not Cry, and also we have some news, like kinda leaks about Columbina's abilities and mechanic. Looks like she's going to be Hydro, not Electro. As you remember, like I assumed that she might be Electro. You know why is that? It's because of like 5.8 Yennefer, which is going to be Electro characters, which can like kinda like buff or modify like electro charge reaction. But again, if she is going to be Hydro, it's kind of the same. As you know, like electro charge involves Electro and Hydro. And because of that, like Columbina being Hydro is not a bad idea. The problem is we have ton of great Hydro characters. Almost all of them are extremely useful. You know? Let me just like, yeah, like I covered that, but again. So yeah, as you know, we have actually pretty good Hydro characters. Literally all of them. Like mualani is great. She's extremely powerful, Siegwin, great buffer, and healer. Furina, like, yeah, no need to, like, Nuvolet, Nilo. Like, Candice is great for, like, vape teams, like, yeah, like, and she's a shielder as well. Yelan is good buffer. Kamisato with Escoffier is actually good now. Kokomi, Tartaglia, Mona, not a bad character. Shinchu, and even Barbara can be useful. You know why? Because she can, like, revive your character at Constellation 6, and she is a healer. And she is a catalyst which can use TDS, or you can use her in Hyperbloom teams, you know, with the instructor set, especially like new players. It's great option for new players. Well, again, like another Hydro with a crazy mechanic, by the way, you know. Hey Dreamers, how are you doing? Or like she, like that Columbine is going to get crazy mechanic. She will get that beam attack, she will get some crowd controlling, it's according to the leaks, it's not confirmed, but definitely will get some news like in maybe like kinda like a week or 10 days, you know why? Especially about like Electro Charge character, which is going to Yennefer, or like how to pronounce her name? Yennefer, let's say Yennefer. So yeah, by the way, Varka is playable. Another looks like Capitano is definitely going to be playable. So yeah, just keep that in mind, because like yeah, not in Notcry, because looks like in Notcry we're going to get only one or maybe two Fatui Harbingers. Columbina definitely 6.2, yeah, and maybe like Datora, maybe like that, you know which one, which is going to be like, we are going to get Sandora, which is going to Marionette, or like how to pronounce again, like my pronunciation, sorry about that, but you got the point. That's a big goal with that like big robot behind her. Alice, good work, sorry. Alice, about Alice, no, like about Alice, no info. You know why? We're going, like, as you know, like Alice is a witch, right? We're going to get Nicole as playable, but not Alice this time. Nicole actually is also one of the, like, I don't know how they call them. So yeah, it's one Hexen Circle, right? One of the Hexen Circle, and yes, it's going to be Nicole, but not Alice this time. Looks like Nicole will be playable. But again, like, you know, like so many news. By the way, another news which is actually would be nice to get. Leak says that we're going to get Pyro Escoffier. If it's true, she might replace Shanling. Because as you know, like you can say that Shanling is Pyro Escoffier. Yes, it's not the same, but it's of field, pretty good of field damage. She has res shredding. I mean, like Pyro res shred 50% for 4 seconds, 8 seconds, something like that with that Goba, you know? So you can say that. Alright, so yeah, let me try this one. This is going to be like that.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand.
Time to shine!
Your sacrifice is
A
ready.
little loose boosh! Goose on the loose! Yeah! Skyward! Seize the skies! Hi! Headbutt! Here are we coming! Yeah! Heads up! Turn! Too strong! It's justice o'clock! Yeah! Shower me with praise! Let the world come! Off to the freezer! The pinnacle of excellence!
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a problem with it. She doesn't have it.
Charge! Watch your foot! Yeah! Look out below! Here are we coming! Yoo-hoo! Time to shine! A little amuse-bouche!
Yeah, terrible team.
At first, the flavor! Yeah! Skyward! Seize the skies! Hi! Yeah! Heads up! Hi! Yeah!
Maybe, let me try it. Like this enemies are annoying. Damage is actually good.
Strike a pump! Jack! Yeah! Time to roll! It's justice!
Damage is actually good. Nice Pyro Escoffier, like Dreamers, like it's possible, like it's still like leaks, you know, it's still not confirmed, but yeah, would be nice. But again, like we have Shanling, you can say that Shanling is Pyro Escoffier, or like you can say like something like that, you know, because she has a field, but again, it's not the same. and also like Colombina is going to be, yeah, like hydro and catalyst. It means, you know, why is that? The point is, like with that skill, they want to like replace Newlet. And let me read about the skill, by the way. So she's going to be moon goddess, as you know, guys. So yeah, her skill like increases shield while simultaneously pulling all surrounding enemies closer to herself. So yeah, it means she has some like crowd control abilities. Charge attack fires a moonlight beam that attacks enemies along the path. It actually looks like Newlet's charge attack, you know. Her burst, it charge forwards and attack enemies along the path. It's going to be like not beam, but it's going to be like kind of like how they call it. So yeah, like dash forward, something like that, you know. And by the way, by doing that, she apply vulnerability debuff to the enemies, you know. So might be extremely useful. The point is like we need to check her full kit. You know why? Because if she is going to be like playable in electrocharge reaction, then it's completely different story. Completely different story. I'm excited for Colombina, like Vortex. Like, yeah, me too. Colombian. Yeah, like about Colombina, yeah, she's going to be like, yeah, like, you know, like Hydro. Yes, it's possible that Hydro because of electrocharge reaction. Don't forget about Varka. Don't forget about Durin, by the way. So yeah, we're going to get crazy characters, not gonna lie. And you need to decide which characters actually you want to go, because it's yeah, it's a little bit difficult to decide. You know why? Oh, because let's say like that. Yeah, it's of course it's great to get all of them, but yeah, being free to play, it's like yeah, it doesn't allow you to get all of them, especially that Hoyo, which actually always so mean to us, because as you know, guys, like we or like in 5.7, unfortunately, we're going to get only 54 or 53 wishes, something like that. Extremely low, not low, but it's extremely low, you know. No new map, literally not. Yes, maybe alongside the patch they will give us additional primogems, but again, it's a couple more wishes. Let's say 60, you know, but again, not more than that, which is actually sad. I'm fun as hell. Oh, that's great. What looks like I'm suffering to get like M6 Kung Fu Panda and Australia for real. I mean, you know, Zora, like if you remember, like I was lucky. I got like couple M's, or how you call it, constellation for that panda. I don't know why do you need that panda constellation 6. He's cool, but yeah, I'm not so like in that game anyway. But yeah, he's fun to play. I'm not gonna lie. First is Colombina Vortex, but like I don't know like about all. What? First is Colombina Vortex, but I don't know about all. About like future characters. You know, like let's say like that. Another character which is actually worth mention, it's going to be Dendro female character, Dendro Catalyst female character, which is going to be from Notcry, and she's going to be High Priestess, you know. And if you ask me, you know, the point is like all of the. Let me finish this one first.
Teamwork is strength. Reconstitute. Eat this. Let's light it up. I'm going in.
Target acquired.
Like just a second.
Let's light it up! Space that! You're neutralized! Teamwork is dreamwork! Extract!
I got him cornered.
Yeah, because like it's about Dendro. Because as you know, guys, Dendro is actually like what look like he provide 720. Oh, by the way, like Zora, like I remember like you told me about like, don't you see that 5 flashy dots? And yeah, I noticed that. You know what's the problem is with that game? Like, it's not a problem, it's my problem. I usually watch to the character, not like to the like. But yeah, I noticed that like when you use like switch to Miyabi, she gets that 5 like yeah dots. So yeah, as soon as you get 5, you can do charge attacks. So yeah, I try. By the way, I tried this. It's actually pretty useful and powerful. And let me check what is. Hey Pikmin, how are you doing? Vortex, he provide 720 sheer force, which is insane for Yushuan. For real? Oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, she's a great like alright, so yeah. And like it looks like that panda is like a great support character for like Yushuan. Huh. Alright. And like most likely his constellation 6 like provide all of the stuff, right? You need that last constellation. That's crazy actually. I didn't know that. Yushuan, you know what? Even though I got Yushuan, I still use Miyabi. I don't know why. I mean like yeah, but I heard that Yushuan's rotation is crazy as hell. So yeah guys, let me just like check what? Let me check the other characters we have. Because as you know guys, we have actually most all of the Dendro characters are useful. All of them. Like Alhaitham is still playable in like Spread team, in Hyperbloom team, like Quick Bloom, Hyperbloom. Emily is good, or like even outside Burning. Kinich, yes, limited a little bit, but it's still extremely powerful. Kirara is a great support character, especially at Constellation 6. Nahida, no need to say about Nahida anything. Tignari is actually useful. Yeah, when it comes to shields, etc., something like that, some reaction, so yeah. Like Collei is still like playable if Constellation 6 because she applied pretty fast Dendro application. Just keep that in mind. Yes, it's a circle impact, but again, Yao Yao is great as well. Literally, if you get used to Yao Yao, it's like non-stop Dendro application, you know? No need to mark enemies like Nahida does, like yeah. Has some advantage, I would say. Kawe is playable and Baiju, you know, like yeah. Also like, yeah, Baiju is a little bit like, he's extremely character because you need ton of energy recharge, but if you can give him enough, he is good. So yeah, all of them is actually pretty useful. And yes, new like character might be also great. Just keep that in mind. I mean, I don't want to say she's must-have, but looks like she might be extremely useful. We'll see. And the catalyst, by the way, as well.
Know of any new orchestral pieces? I like to
Hey,
swap out
Silent,
the
how are you
background
doing?
music in the kitchen once in a while. It's a great way to find new
You know, like not pause. Let me just like something like that. I'm like, your name just remind me of like something creepy song. For real? Hey Daisy, how are you doing? I thought it was like WuWa, but like no, it's not WuWa, Daisy. I mean, like, yeah, if they didn't release any Electro DPS, I'm going for Varesa, like, no, like, about, like, you know what's the point is, like, Dreamers, about the, like, Electro characters? Varesa is actually powerful, and since Varesa doesn't need energy so much, you actually easy build, easy use, and if you have Constellation 6 Chivrus, she's just crazy as hell. By the way, you can use plunging Varesa, is also possible, and if you notice that you can use with Escoffier Furina as well, so yeah, like, she actually can be useful in other teams as well. Yes, not a great team with Varesa and with Escoffier and Furina, but, you know, why not? I mean, yes, the best teammate for Varesa actually is iansan, keep that in mind. I mean, like, I don't want to say iansan is must-have, but she's definitely extremely helpful. When it comes to, like, future Electro characters, I don't think they will, you know, why? Like, at least, like, until 6.5, 6.6, something like that. What looks like, I'm borrowing yours is easy luck until I get my panda. He's mine now. Oh, okay. Your name just like remind me of like something creepy song. For real? Like Daisy? 58 minutes into the stream and I'm not saying hi now. For real? Hi Silent, how are you doing? And Dendro is the element I hate the most. It's okay, like, you know, like, even though you hate that Dendro is extremely useful. No need. And by the way, if they buff that Dendro reaction in the future, Dendro will be even more useful. But because you know why? That Dendro reaction, which is Dendro Cryo 1, is going to be better than Hyperbloom. Because of Hyperbloom is limited, but that one is going to be not limited. I mean, you can buff it, and it's going to be like crit rate, and also can benefit from Elemental Mastery, as I understand the reactions, you know? I mean, like that Cryo Dendro, because Dendro, in general, actually benefits from Elemental Mastery. I'm not late, I was lurking. Oh yeah, that's alright. Yeah, like someone joins, like that's completely okay, Silent, like lurking. I was lurking. Sorry, I also need like the Zilak, like at loss like 454 real. Oh my god. Damn, you can take Zora like also. Escoffier is literally great. I'm like glad to. Yes, by the way, about Escoffier, like let me just say you something. Like, just keep that in mind. Escoffier's value is higher than Skirk value, definitely. Like, it's not even like you know, like you don't even like. Let's say like a Skirk is not going to be even close to Escoffier, not even close. You know why? Because she buffs so many teams. She's just like crazy, like and. The point is that you can use her outside the Cryon Hydro is crazy. Also, if you want the Constellation, Constellation 1 is just insane. And we have the character who can benefit from that, it's Ayaka. Rosa can, Rosa's damage is not so great, but again, you can build DPS Rosa, you can build Chongyun, you know. So we have some characters to use. I mean, like, it's not like, by the way, it's not going to be end of the day if you skip that score. Just keep that in mind. Yes, you might struggle a little bit in upcoming Spoil Abyss, which is actually all normal. You know why? Usually when they release a character, they give a ton of buff in Spoil Abyss for that characters. By the way, the same thing it's now. As you know, like, we have like Cryo Elemental skill buff up to 75%, which is buff Escoffier. Not only Escoffier, but mostly it's for Escoffier. Oh, did I? Oh my god. Can I check it? Oh yeah, I can. So yeah, just a second. So yeah, as you know, like as Blessing, first half is Elemental skill Cryo damage increased by 75. Second one is for Dendro, which is actually kinich. Not only kinich, it's like I'll hate him as well, by the way. That's why if you use like spread I'll hate him on the second half, he's crazy. But you know, like I'll hate him on the first half is also extremely powerful. Dendro fell off a lot. Dendro fell off. I wouldn't say that. You know, like so, I wouldn't say that, Silent. You know why? Because let's say like that. Actually, it's not. We have Kinich, we have Alhaitham, like Nahida is still, but yeah, like, you know why? Let's say like that. Why Dendro? Like, we don't have great Dendro DPS, but Kinich at the moment. Only Kinich, and Kinich is a little bit limited. I mean, like, you need to play, like, to get like full potential, you need to use like specific characters, which is actually bad. You know, you need to use Emily, you need to use Pyro characters, like you need to use Mavuika, Emily, Bennett, and Kinich. This is best team for him. And the problem is, so yeah, it's like a lot of 5-star characters, you know? So yeah, like extremely expensive team. But when it comes to like, in general, actually Dendro is not bad. Saying this to Alhaitham main is insane. Actually, yes. My Alhaitham clears Abyss these days too. Oh yeah, like that's true. Like I use Alhaitham as well. And actually it's like despite like even though we have like this one on the first half, you can use Alhaitham spread with official Alhaitham, Nahida and Iansan on the first half and clear all of the stuff. I'm pretty fast, by the way. He's extremely good when it comes to spread as well. What looks like I have 22k primogems afraid when like whether I get both weapon and her or not. About the weapon and like skirk, oh, you know, it's a little bit difficult to say. I still would suggest you to go for character first, but it's obvious, you know, go for the character, then try to get weapon. The problem is in 5.7 we're going to get only like 53, 54, 55 wishes, something like that. It's extremely low. So just keep it. And by the way, if you want to go for that, like I would suggest you to save like whole 5.8 patch, because not cry, like yeah, like immediately will give us good characters. That, you know, like a first one is going to be like Lightkeeper faction one, which is going to be like cryo ones, and in 6.0 we're going to get the Dendro like high priestess. I don't know like if she is going to must have or something. I don't want to say like must have character, you know, but yes, if they add that reaction, like new Dendro cryo reaction, maybe this character will be the best one for that reaction, you know, because at the moment Nahida is good but not so great. Escoffier is not okay. You can use Kinich, but Kinich is like, you know, like even though he can clear and utilize reaction, is not a great option. Alhaitham is also not okay, so yeah. And yeah, you got the point, you know, that character might be extremely useful like within that reaction. So just keep that in mind, like future characters might be like crazy as hell. And by the way, during like, let's say like that, like key characters like in future versions, like 6.0 is going to be that Dendro, 6.1 is going to be Durin, 6.2 is going to be Columbina, and 6.3 like we have like tall female character, but not something like yeah. Not so much info, but Varka is going to be in 6.4 as well. So yeah, like actually like all of them, like I don't want to say must have, but yeah, key characters, you know. You get both them like that, bro. Kinich is also not a great DPS. Compare him to any other new DPS as well. Actually no, Silent, I completely disagree with that, and let me say you why. Actually Kinich has one of the best constellations in the game. When it comes to Constellation 0, I maybe wouldn't agree with you either, because you know why? Like he is actually pretty good when it comes to his signature team. He is not a bad DPS at all. When it comes to constellations though, like his first and second constellation, crazy as hell. Maybe one of the best constellations in the game. You know? So yeah, like yeah, we now have a Escoffier with the crazy supportive like stuff. That's true, which is 60% cryo, that's insane. But again, when it comes to DPS, at the moment Kinich has a best, maybe one of the best like constellations in the game. I mean second and like first and second one, you know. This one is increased skill, if I'm not mistaken, Canopy Hunter, right? Canopy Hunter? Yes, increased skill, which is actually main source of hits damage. He's not bad, because you know why? I used Constellation 6 Kinich, like let's say why I talking about Constellation 6, because of like yeah, like to reveal his full potential. He deals about 500k damage easily, you know, easily. And the problem is we don't have great supportive character for Kinich at the moment. I mean, you can use maybe Mavuika Cinder City, which is actually, I would say, not a great idea. I mean, like, Kinich is not considered that good anymore. No, it's good. Like silent, like yeah, no, like yeah, which is not a much when the HP keeps getting worse. What else? Kinich deals 250 like per hit and 5 hits. Yeah, that's true. Like yeah, I don't know why Silent says that, but yeah, that's true. Like let's say like that. Constellation 0 Kinich with Gravestone and like his team, which is actually like not a, let's say like Shanling, Bennett, and yes, he like his potential about like 200 to 50. It's Constellation 0. With Mavuika you can get more than that. It's not really good, even at Constellation. Okay, Silent, well, like I'm not about like arguing about that. Dreamers, I agree with like Dreamers, bro. What? Let me check what Dreamer says. If we have Sign, he deals like signature weapon. Yeah, signature weapon, of course. With Emily Silent, yeah, like, yeah, that's true. Like, you know, like, let's say like that, guys. Silent doesn't like Dendros. Because of that, he definitely doesn't like Kinich. So yeah, that's actually normal. Isn't safe. Look, yeah, silent. You wear like 350, like Pikmin. I think I'm stuck in early Genshin. Cause what do you mean by is not? No. Like Pikmin. Like let's say like that. Like 350 for free to play is just insane. Yes, you just keep that in mind. 350 with the Constellation Zero Kinich is only with his signature. Because without signature, with Gravestone or any other weapons, it's actually like 150 to 250, something like that. It's a crazy damage. It's insanely crazy damage. Pick me. He's a whale. He's used like dealing 20 million damage. That makes sense, yeah. 121 million is less than my Constellation 1 mualani. Does with a 4-star. No. Like Constellation 1 mualani 1 million, but Constellation 1 mualani is completely different. Don't like compare with Constellation 1 mualani. And my calculator also agrees that like Kinich is not great compared to the like other. Okay, like you know, like Silent. It's not about Kinich stream. It's about like future Notcry. So yeah, don't get me wrong. Like it's completely. If you don't like Kinich, it's completely up to you. Why not? I mean, like I'm not going to argue about that. I like Kinich, and guys, if you ask me, go for Kinich or not, he is still great, and he will be great DPS because you know why? Looks like that high priestess. Like that new catalyst female Dendro girl, she's going to be maybe sub DPS character. You know why? Because of new reaction. So Kinich like still will be like best DPS as like for Dendro. Huh? And going like and skipping Kinich or not, it's completely up to you. 250 is a great damage, just insanely great damage if you ask me. Because like he's, by the way, he deals with that shield, void shields, void barriers, extremely easy. By the way, he's the best one. Like, yeah, like back then, if you remember, like guys said that like Chasca is the best one. No, Chasca is not the best one. He is the best one to deal with that void, like void barriers. And by the way, his skill cooldown is like 6.5 seconds or something like that. So you completely like comfortable, like it's completely comfortable rotation. And also he can be played in like hyper bloom as well, you know, it's like oh yeah, for real, like if you can each like deals like 200k damage, that's crazy. Dendro need the buffer? No, like Dendro, you know what's the point is? Dendro actually doesn't need buff so much. Let me explain you why. Even though they like implement that cryo-dendro reaction, it definitely will not buff Kinich. It will buff some other characters. It mostly will buff Electro because of Electro Reshred. It will buff Cryo, but it will not touch all of the Dendro so much. Yes, you can use Nahida on field, which is actually, if you remember, like I did that in Imaginarium series, which is actually great. It might be good for, but yeah, I used Kinich as well, if I'm not mistaken, but with Electro. So it's completely different, you know why Electro helped a lot. So yeah, we need to check that. It's again like about future, because we definitely, we don't know about that reaction, Dendro Cryo, so we'll see. About the buffer Dendro it's still not bad. Yes, if you compare with Melt, if you compare with Vape, it's completely different, that's true. Because we have so many great characters, and they release the Scoffier, you know. Scoffier just increased like so many, like buff so many characters, you know. I agree with like Grimace, like I don't like Kinich too, I like Alhaitham more. About Alhaitham, like it's, but Kinich deals, like yeah, like definitely. No, like no doubt about that, guys. So yeah, about Kinich and Alhaitham. You know, like it still depends. Let me just do the test if you don't mind. Let's do the test with Kinich and Alhaitham. It still depends. Why? I mean, like Alhaitham is way more flexible than Kinich. Alhaitham can be played in spread teams. Alhaitham can be played in like Quick Bloom teams, but Alhaitham cannot play it in Burning teams, but we can check that. So yeah, let's go like first half, which is actually Cryo, but not his buff, right? And by the way, the problem with Kinich, he is mostly single target, but not multi-target. Don't keep that in mind, because when it comes to multi-targets, Kinich might be, yes, he has AoE. Let me show you. He has AoE, but you need to use that grapple carefully.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand.
Reconstitute!
Your sacrifice is
Everybody
ready.
stand! Eat this!
Now why?
Locked on.
In this case, I use grapple on Crocodile. You know why? Because if you use grapple on that soldier, you will mess up.
For the Lord of the Night.
Spicy! Neutralize! Fresh and full!
Target acquired.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand! Booba! Get them! You're toast! Reconstitute!
I got him. Shadow of the past, mine to come.
Your soul! That's what I'm going at!
Okay, like it's not a great like what if like use like with mavuika weapon on Kinich. No, I like no. Let's don't do that like Dreamers. So you know why? Let's do more like free to play or like builds. You know why? Because so yeah, it's like that. It's what was the time? It actually was bad. Oh, I see. Like Pikmin, like he has like BP weapon too. Dreamers picks. Are you free to play? No, I don't free to, like, I'm not free to play player. I have BP weapon, so I buy BP, etc., something like that. But usually I try to use like free to play builds. Even though I'll hate him with like, yeah, with the Jade Cutter, and I will use that weapon. You can use Harbinger of Dawn. But again, let me try now. I'll hate him. In case of I'll hate him, I'm going to use like different team, not the same team, because as you know, like Burning, I'll hate him. It's not a great idea. So yeah, let's try this team. It's going to be Alhaitham, Fischl, and Nahida. It's going to be like spread team for Alhaitham, not Quick Bloom team. But Kinich deals more. Everyone asking my account after I pull Skirk. What? Everyone asking my account. Why is that? Too strong, too long, too strong. Oh yeah, you mean timing? Everyone asking my account after I pull Skirk. I didn't get that, Zoro, but again. Why is your account Zoro D now? But Kinich deals more. I don't like Kinich too, but like Kinich, like, okay, now let me try this one. This one is going to be like that. You need to use like Nahida first, skill and burst, then use like Iansan. Yes, you can say that Iansan is not a great buffer for, but Iansan gives you like Cinder City stuff. So yeah, you will be, by the way, I checked that, you get like Dendro and Electro damage. Let's give it a try. The only problem is, you know what? That Nahida, and you need to wait.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice
No need to
is
attack
ready.
immediately. And by the way, you know, like, if you stay here, you see, like, let me show you again. When Nahida go away out of that crocodile, it means you can use DPS. Let me show you again. Actually, it's like, I'm normal. What now? Oh yeah, that's true. D means smiling. Yeah, like anyway, like you somehow like immediately change your account, like. So yeah, the
Your
point is,
journey
let me show
ends
you.
here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
If you stay again, like you see, like I'm within that. I'm out of that crocodile. It means you can like now use skill, etc., something like that. It's kind of like I would say indicator to just like, because as you know, like if you don't do that, you cannot mark the
Your
air to
journey
that crocodile.
ends here, Lord of
That
Sand.
enemy is annoying.
Your sacrifice is
Super
ready.
annoying. So yeah, let me show you again. You see?
I see everything. Form first. On by royal decree.
Here you are.
You see, like kinich destroyed like immediately. The problem is,
We meet at last, meddler.
Controlled breathing.
Savor the
Start the
show.
clock. Midnight phantasma.
I forgot to use like nahida's first. It's actually a huge buff, you know?
Let my magic begin.
Sharing my knowledge. Form first.
Did I scare you?
On
Savor
by
the show in
on
peace.
reveal.
Well,
Let me use that anyway.
Let my magic begin.
If you see the timing, it's way more faster than like... It's way more faster than kinich does. It's because kinich is not so great when it comes to multiple targets, you know? And changes like made to accounts. Wow. I remember like thinking like means like some weird code language. I remember like thinking like D means like, no, it's only smile if I'm not mistaken usually, but yeah, I know that. But yeah, the account like is like it like changed like with no reason whatsoever. That's why I asked. I'm happy mood now. Okay, YouTube can automatically find my mood. Oh, okay. And change the name accordingly. Okay, that's crazy. Let me do some domain. So yeah, if you notice that Al-Haytham, like, by the way, Al-Haytham, like that spread team can finish this domain faster than Varesa. And you don't even need to use any burst. That team is also like, and by the way, it's only Constellation 2 iansan. With Constellation 4 iansan, actually, it's way more, it would be like slightly faster. Not a way more faster, but slightly faster. Just a second, and let me show you the buffs which you get by using that team.
In the name
The only
of the
problem is
princess
it's Al-Haytham's Al-Haytham doesn't have resistance to interruption at Constellation 0, which is actually super annoying, extremely annoying. But again, it's about like dodging, you know. No, it's not. It actually no. It wasn't 34k. It's actually like the peak was 50k per hit. You know? Oh yeah, maybe it's like in the main. Let me just do it again. Because I didn't use like...
Faster, stronger.
here you are.
You see, like he destroys his domain way faster than Varesa. Way faster. Just immediately. Not in no time. And it's like, yeah. And by the way, let me check that iansan. Does she give you? Yeah, you see, you get Dendro and Electro damage. And by the way, she is only Constellation 2 with 4 actually. As you know, like, yeah, she might be useful, way more useful with non-Dendro character, with non-natlan characters, you know. So yeah, in case of Constellation 6, you will get even more damage, even more buff. How many banners has Al-Haytham had? Oh my god, just let me check that. That's a tricky question. If I'm not mistaken, it was about like 3 or 4, something like that. But let me... If I'm not mistaken, his first release was within Shomero. So yeah, it's 3.4. Then we got him like... Usually within 4 patches, it's second one. Then we got him like 3rd time in 4.7, 3 times. So yeah, like first release 3.4, 3.4, then 3.7 and 4.7, if I'm not mistaken. So it's only 3. So maybe we will get him like in a attack, please. Attack. Oh my god. Electro damage bonus. Oh my god. All right. It's good for Varesa, but it's trash at the same time. Keen eye banners, bro. Look, so yeah, like dreamers, if you notice that the damage, by the way, let me do like again this pile abyss with that kinich, like with that I'll hate him and use he like Nahida's burst. I just messed up with that because well, you know why? Nahida gives you buff and pretty good buff for hate him. He scales on EM and because of that damage is good. And by the way, the team is not so expensive if you ask me. Yes, you need official Constellation 6. And yes, maybe iansan. Iansan is actually a good buff because you still can use maybe Cookie Shinobu, but in this case, I maybe would suggest you to switch Cookie Shinobu artifact set. It's better to go like maybe Tenacity. If you have Constellation 2, Tenacity is the best way to use like Cookie with that team. It's also like she's a healer as well and she can give you like 20% attack buff, which is actually cool. I managed to skip all those Alhaiten banners by taking break from the Genshin. That's okay. You know why, Pikmin? If you ask me, now going for Alhaiten, I would say, you know, like we don't like. Let's say like that. In general, since this game is about reaction, we actually don't have bad characters because any buff, like let's say like that, when they release some characters, like I don't know, for example, Escoffier, let's say last supportive character, right? Escoffier, like she doesn't have like some crazy damage. It's only 20k per tick, like per that, like a cook, like cook mechanic, right? Mechanic, not mechanic, how do they call it? Yeah, cooking mech. So yeah, it's only 20k. It's not a huge damage when it comes to like, yeah, you cannot use Escoffier as a DPS, but she's extremely useful with all Hydro and like Cryo characters. And by the way, all of the old characters now, it's extremely useful. Like you can use Shinchu, you can use Rosa. Rosa is kind of like supportive characters, but you can keep her on field. You can use Yelan, you can use Ayato. Ayato, by the way, got pretty good buff. Ayaka, insanely buff, you know? So yeah, the point is like all of the supportive characters can buff your old characters. Despite that, I still wouldn't suggest you to go for Alhaiten unless you like him. You know, that's it. Because like Kinich is slightly better, not in all cases, but in most cases. And like, you know, like that void barriers, it's super annoying stuff. You know, you need to deal that. Kinich maybe can do that. Can try like burning Kinich, but it's burning Kinich. Oh, I'm sorry. Alhaiten maybe can do that with burning, but it's not a great idea. I skip Chlorine first banner. And pull Alhaiten. No, like let's say like that. Alhaiten is still like if you notice that. So yeah. By the way, if you change weapon from this
Something on your mind again?
Jade Cutter to Harbinger for like yeah, you still can do the same damage. Just keep that in mind because like it's actually they are equal to each other. Yes, that one gives you less base attack, but gives more like kind of like crit damage, you know? So yeah. And also crit rate 28% when you have like full health. Okay, let me try again. What I want to test? Yeah, damage with like...
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Everyone hold hands! Control breathing! On...
Pound into the ground!
Oh, I forgot to use my ability. But yeah, again, you see the damage? It destroys this like immediately. Let me try it again. Just like I'll go back to playing ZZZ. Oh yeah, bye-bye. ZZZ actually now, like, I'm not gonna lie, but ZZZ made so great upgrade, like, to that game 2.0. It's just so playable now, even though it's kinda, you cannot say that ZZZ is a open world game. It's such a great game. I haven't started the stories yet. Maybe I will do it tomorrow, we'll see. Because, as I know, they're extremely interesting, you know, all of the stories. Especially that Fufu girl, you know? She's super fun.
If you're not sure what to do next, how
Your
about I
journey
take you on a
ends
walk?
here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
I see everything. Sharing my knowledge.
Faster, stronger, lit by royal decree.
The process of elimination.
So yeah, if you see that, like Dreamers, like it's 49k damage.
Helpful.
Grow.
Control breathing.
Start the
I forgot to use that burst again.
As you wish, maiden Foila.
Faster, stronger. On my mark.
Make yourselves a move.
It's not a great rotation because of that, but yeah. So yeah, if you see that, it's 50k damage. And by the way, it's not buffed. You know why? Because like, yeah, first half is like for like elemental skill cryo damage, not for Alhaitham. So yeah, like Alhaitham is like still like playable. I mean, he's still okay. The only problem is like, yeah, when it comes to like burning, he's not great like in burning, but we can give it a try, you know? Why not? Let me use the same team Kinich uses, like this one. I don't think it's a great idea. But we can give it a try. I mean, burning Alhaitham, maybe?
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand.
Nice and spicy.
Your sacrifice is ready.
Everybody stand back.
Eat this.
The process of elimination.
Yeah, it's still okay actually, you know? But again, like if you notice that, yeah.
I'm going in.
Recon tape.
Flicker. How bold.
Like spread team is way better. You know, way better. And like, yeah, spread team like. Anyway,
Let's light it
let's
up.
give it a try. To, you know.
Everybody stand. Neutralize.
Scatter.
Yeah, like the point is like that spread team is way better. Did you all like pre-farm for skirk? I mean, I'm not, if you ask me, Silent. You know what? Yeah, yeah, 49k. By the way, like, you know, like it's not a limit. It's not like a peak or something. You can get more than that. It still depends on your nahida, because the more elemental mastery she provides, the more its damage. Keep that in mind, because like Alhaitham scales of Iam. It still like depends on your iansan if you have more constellations. It still depends, like, yeah, that's it. Nahida, and yeah, let me check Nahida's weapon. And yeah, I use like this weapon. Actually, it's bad. You know why? Because it's like, oh, why is that? Oh, why is that elemental mastery? Oh yeah, it's because of like with Zif buff. Just a second, let me just get rid of that. So yeah, like it's kind of like situational. Just a second, Silent. So yeah, I have like 69. So it's better to use like a sacrificial one or like another weapon. Magic guide, something like that. About me, no, like Silent. You know why? When I'm on 50-50, I don't pre-farm. So yeah, the only thing I did, like I pre-farm for bosses. Oh, by the way, I forgot about that. Let's do boss. Let's do that boss. because today is a Monday. So yeah, I perform like I do bosses and her talent books. That's it. So I built it a bit, but not performed yet. So me too. You know why, Silent? Let's say like that. If it's 50-50, I try to avoid pre-farming. Yeah. Because like, yeah, I go for only like yeah, Constellation 0 because of that. You know what? Let's try. No, let's try another team. I usually use, let's try like this team. Let's try Shinchu. Let's try this team. And like, yeah. Actually,
Ready
this
to
team
spice
might
things
be
up.
okay. Yes, like New Blood is way better. I don't know what to do like with the mats. Like I don't really want her. For real? You mean like who won? Right now I use like Alhatem with Furina, Nahida, Cookie. That team is good too. Vortex. You know, like I don't like to use Alhatem with Furina. Don't get me wrong. You know why? Even though it's a pretty good team, like, yes, maybe. I mean, just keep that in mind. His spread team is way better. If you are going to, if you have iansan, just try. By the way, even if you don't have iansan, try the team. Nahida, if you have Nahida, oh, you have Nahida, right? Yeah, you have Nahida. Nahida, Cookie Shinobu, Tenacity, Alhatem, and Fischl. I don't know if your Fischl is builded, but Fischl is a great like addition to that team. Skip, huh? I dare you. No, like Silent, I wouldn't suggest you to skip a Skirk. You know what's the problem with Skirk? Actually, she doesn't have problem. The only problem she has is like extremely limited teams. Let's say like that. It's not extremely limited teams. You only can use Hydro and Cryo. We have other options. Like if you remember, guys, yesterday on not yesterday, last streams, you asked me about like which character you can use if you don't have Furina and Escoffier. You still can use pretty good teams. You can use Lila, which is actually a great option, and you can use Mona, you know. And in this case, and like yeah, and you can use, I don't know, Yelan or Shinchu. You still can use these characters. You will be completely okay, and she will deal like pretty good damage. I mean, in any case, she is extremely easy when it comes to energy management because she can actually, she doesn't need anyone to create energy. So you can go Skirk alone and you will be alright. You know, it's not like Mavuika, because Mavuika needs someone. Yes, she can create energy by her own. The problem is it takes like a ton of time. In case of Skirk though, it's pretty fast. I'll skip her. I dare you, like, yeah. My iansan is Constellation. Oh, it doesn't matter, by the way, Dreamers. You know why? In case of Constellation 6 iansan, I still, if you remember, guys, I said, like, Dreamers, especially for you, I would suggest you to build iansan no matter what. Because when it's Constellation 0, you just need to use, like, not skill and burst, but you need to use skill, charge attack, and normal attack and burst. Just keep that in mind. So, yeah. Skill, normal attack, burst to activate the buff. That's it. It's not a big deal. I skip whoever I want. No, like, no need to. Like, Silent, please. Don't skip Skirk. Fischl is Constellation 2, and I'm like, one Constellation 2, like, and I'm for. Oh my god, you like, how is it possible? A main account Constellations 2 Fischl? Yes, now it's like a little bit difficult to get characters. I know, because we have a ton. Yeah, back then was easy.
Time to act.
Oh my god, I messed up.
Yoo-hoo!
And I got more energy. Okay.
Let my name echo in song! Yeah! Rep the pinnacle of excellence! Witness the power of WuWa! Judgment! Punishment!
I'm flying! You can't take me up here.
Lights out! Know my sword! Strike a pose! Time to shine!
Actually, actually this team should be
A
alright.
burst of flavor.
Yeah.
King and Queen should present a united front.
Let my name echo in song. Yeah. Rain cutter. You can't run. Yeah.
Why can I not skip her? I mean, because you like Cryos, Silent. Because you like Cryos a lot, and she's definitely will be like #1 Cryo DPS, especially with constellations.
Rain outlines your fate. Yoo-hoo! Let the world come on.
But again, it's up to you. Like, who am I to like say you which characters to skip?
Shiver. Witness the power of WuWa. Huh? Strike a pose. Time to shine. Off
It's
to the
less
freezer.
DPS, definitely.
Burst of flavor. Body and judgment. Punishment. Let me weave you a verse. Know my soul. You can't run.
Slay our foes!
With my
I need to.
This calls for some pomp and ceremony.
Did I mess up? No.
Light
Good lord, always forgetting your lines.
body and mind. Judgment.
Yeah, he definitely will
Our
revive.
performance has
Rain
yet to
outlines your
conclude.
fate. Let the world collide.
I dance
Off to
for
the
you,
freezer.
my
Choose
dear!
on the loose.
I
You
dance
can't
for
run.
you.
Shiver.
Yeah, it's slightly annoying, not gonna lie, but it's still possible. Because these enemies are freezing.
Oh, this is all getting rather dreary.
Know my
Allow
soul.
me, my darling!
Oh my god.
Let me weave you a verse. Shower me with a
So
little
yeah, like it's
boost.
still possible, you know, like since like it's actually like if you ask me, even though it's I'd like it took like more time, it's slightly easy to play because New Wallet, like yeah, like I like died a couple times by using New Wallet, I don't like Cryo. The only Cryo I like is Citlali. For real? You don't like Cryo? But what about Icy? Huh? What about Icy? Okay, wait. Oh my god. Okay, this one is good. Alright, so yeah. Okay, if you don't like Crowd, just skip her. Even I get iansan vortex, but I never get like a 6 like so no, you will get those characters. Hey Ali, how are you doing? You definitely will get all of them. Like sooner or later. Yeah, you will get them. Unfortunately, yeah, like it's sometimes like you know why? At the moment we have a ton of 4-star character. Back then it was easy because yeah, you just like use your standard wishes and you get the character. Now it's yeah. But yeah, like for you, chances to get like Constellation 6 Iansan, that's true. It's higher than getting Constellation like 6 official now. That is true. Okay, Silent, no problem. If you don't like Ice and ZZ, that's whatever. It's up to you. Alright, so yeah, let's continue. About like yeah, and also let me check that like which. So yeah, we have key characters in 6.0 in 6.x. So yeah, like about the. I don't think like all of them will be so great, but some of them definitely will be useful. Like yeah, just keep that in mind. About Columbina, we still don't know if she is going to be like support sub DPS or pure DPS character, because according to the leaks we have, that mechanic looks like she is sub DPS character, you know, with the crowd control abilities, and if she can debuff, it's definitely sub DPS, you know. Maybe she can mark enemies. In this case, it's actually crazy. So yeah, like if she can mark the enemies. So yeah, like this team is not great for all Hatem, unfortunately. You still can use Quick Bloom. The problem with Quick Bloom, it's a little bit like limited damage. Spread is better if you ask me. Like I'll Hatem spread is yeah better, especially now with Janssen. Kinich again, like yeah, when it comes to like multiple target, Kinich might be super annoying. That's why like second half is actually for him, and that's why, by the way, don't keep that in mind. Like future Spell Abyss, which is going to be only world bosses, might be extremely great for single target DPS characters like Kinich, like you can say Skirk, you can say like Mualani. Mualani is going to be crazy actually, yes, with a huge amount of damage, you know. You can say Chasca if you have constellations, but even without constellations she might be useful. You can say Navia. Navia is not great, as you know, when it comes to like AoE, you know. You can say Raiden. So we have options for future. Arlecchino as well. Arlecchino, even though Arlecchino has some AoE and Raiden as well, you know. So yeah, like single target, like you don't need like crowd controlling, etc., something like that. So yeah, Sucrose might be extremely useful as well. I like Cookie Vortex, my favorite 4-star. For like yeah, Cookie is good, not gonna lie. But that Ororon and Iansan break that Void Shield like easily. Let's say like that. Ororon has a problem. Even though Ororon is good, like Ororon, you know what's the problem with Ororon? Like even though his Constellation 6 is great, it's only activating when you use at least one Natlan character, which is actually like greedy, if you ask me. When it comes to Iansan, yes, Iansan is good. Iansan has its own problems, which is it's actually its problem and not a problem at the same time. It depends. Let's say like that. If it's going to be that new reaction, which is Frost, like yeah, like Remigrass reaction, right? Then Iansan is not so good, because she cannot apply Electro like off field. But when it comes to other reactions, she's actually like other like team comps, like archetypes, she's actually good, you know? Because as you know, like Bennett gives like if you are under that buff, actually he apply Pyro on you. And by just let me show you. Oh, you definitely know that, but again, oh my, Iansan doesn't do that. Iansan is actually that Ororon. So yeah, Iansan doesn't do that. So yeah, if you do something like that,
your journey ends here, Lord.
You see that Pyro icon? It means like Pyro is on you and you have the buff. If you go out that, you see like Pyro is gone. So yeah, just keep that in mind. If you see that Pyro, it means like you have a buff. It's good and bad at the same time. Iansan like doesn't do something like that. She doesn't gives you Electro Aura, which is actually cool because yeah, you can suffer from that a lot. Let's try. Which team I want to try? I'll hate them Hyperbloom, Quickbloom. You know, I'll hate them Quickbloom. Oh, you told about Cookie. Let's try Cookie instead of like Iansan in that team actually. But yes, I'm not going to change my Cookie's artifacts. But again, let's give it a try. So yeah, the team is going to be like Cookie, and I'll hate him. It's definitely going to be not so powerful, you know why? Because like Iansan gives you Cinder City, which is additional damage and buff. Like not like for a long period of time, but again some buff. What looks like is always like there in the abyss. Okay, Ali, what you want me to do? Ororon is like, what you want me to do? Like exploration. Like I usually do exploration on offline. Like, you want me to switch ZZZ? Like, I would say yes. In couple days we're going to do like, so yeah, that, like, you tell me what to do, no problem. If it's like good idea, why not?
Your journey ends here.
Yeah. Because like, you know why? Like, that Spell Abyss is the only way to do something. I mean, like, we don't have any other endgame content, unfortunately.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Everyone hold hands! Will you
messed up again. Let me try again. Oh my god. Try Shiyu defense. What's that? Shiyu defense is like ZZZ, right? So are we getting new map or not? No. No, right. Hey Oski, how are you doing? Ali wants you to farm some artifacts for Skirk. Ali wants you. Oh, for real? Okay. Like Rat waits like when. Hi Rat, how are you doing, Rat? Thanks for joining, Rat. Alright, so yeah, let me do it again.
Your
About
journey
artifacts, no
ends
problem.
here,
Just say, let
Lord
me
of
just
Sand.
try
Your
this thing first.
sacrifice is ready.
It's not. This one is not going to
Bond
work.
is strong.
But let's give it a try.
Pound it to the ground.
Oh, it's still okay. You see? It's still okay. I mean, like, it's not the same damage.
Out of my way.
Midnight Phantasmical.
A gift for you.
How much is that? It's 31k damage. It's not like iansan gives you, you know? But it's still okay.
Let my magic begin.
Just a second.
Wisdom. Stand with me. Odds reveal.
It's still better than burning. Yeah, it's about 31k in half.
A grand surprise.
No unmasked. Like wings of darkness.
I forgot to use my nahida first.
Let my magic begin. Did I scare you?
I hate these enemies.
Let's play freely. Dissipate.
Hey Tanuki, how are you doing? Let's go. Show Ali some defense rolls. Okay, so actually it's a good idea. So some defense. So yeah, you can use Cookie, but it's a huge difference between Cookie and iansan. iansan like gives you. Okay, let's do some defense stuff. No problem. Oh my god, I don't like that defense roll. By the way, about the new dust of enlightenment, you know, like in my opinion, yes, like it's going to be like a big scam. You know why? Useless stuff. Just like maybe it might be helpful, yes, if you have 100 defense or something like that. Just a second, you know what? Actually, it's not a bad idea. Let me check my artifacts. Maybe I have some trashy one, right? Just a second. That's actually not a bad idea. So yeah, let's check like flowers. If I have some like flat defense, you know, flat attack. The most flat attack I have is 60, but it's a pretty good piece. The most flat defense I have, it's 65, but again, it's pretty good piece. The most flat HP I have, oh yeah, it's like 4,070. Damn, bro. Alright, so yeah, I cannot use HP. That's a, my god, that's... Okay, HP percentage is okay. Defense percentage, it's 23, but it's actually good. You know why? Because you can use it on albedo, I would say, you know. This one is still okay. Don't say that, Ali, like she's mine. Which one, right? Ayaka still better, at least she is not as restricted as the Abyssal Lady. Don't, by the way. What's the most EM I have? The most EM I have, it's like on my flower, it's 114. And I also have EM on my circlet, which is 100, if I'm not mistaken. I just like... I don't know how to find it. Oh yeah, I know how to find it. It's either like crit damage EM or it's like crit rate EM. Oh yeah, this one 100 and like 100 and 0 or like 103 for my crit rate stuff, which is actually crazy. It's still useful, by the way. 4 rolls to EM. And my like best one for this one, so yeah, it's like 114. I was shocked, you know why? Because when I got this piece, it's actually EM piece. I mean, like this set is EM set. So yeah, all rolls to elemental mastery. But yeah, I definitely will not sacrifice this one to get like couple rolls to my crit damage, you know? At this point, I feel like pulling Shenhe cause like... No, I wouldn't suggest you to go for Shenhe at all, Ali, if you ask me. Shenhe is not a great option. It's actually a bad option even for Ayaka. Just keep that in mind. Now, it's better to use Citlali or any other characters. Even though she gives you more attack, since you have a Scofier, I wouldn't suggest you to do that. It's still up to you. Shenhe is extremely old. Again, like with Ayaka, with Shenhe, Ayaka, like, yeah, she's slightly better, but Citlali is not so far, like, away from that team, you know? And Citlali brings you more. Citlali can be used with in other teams. Shenhe is like only Ayaka, that's it. Even for Skirk, Shenhe is bad. Just keep that in mind. I wouldn't suggest you to go for Shenhe at all. Like, unless you like Shenhe. Kinich field, especially since you have to hold his E instead of like clicking. Hold? Okay, I feel like Skirk Ayaka dual DPS team will be broken. Skirk Ayaka dual DPS? I would say maybe yes. But this team has a problem. And the problem is energy. You can use... Because you know what? Just a second. You really... No one cares about like Shenhe now? You know why, Oski, if you ask me? Why I don't care about Shenhe? Citlali gives you almost the same with a way more like wide abilities. That's why. Citlali can be TDDS, Citlali can be Cinder City, Citlali can reshred Pyro, Citlali can reshred Hydro. She's in this case way more better. Yes, attack is attack, that's true. Attack in some cases might be extremely useful, but you know. And Citlali is a shielder. Yeah, Skirk doesn't need shield, but again, just put Ayaka on like... about like energy recharge, yes, but you need to sacrifice, like, yeah, the only problem with that team, it's energy. Maybe, yes, 160, 170, but that's a lot. You know why? You will just, like, in this case, sacrifice for her damage a lot. You know why? Let me say you something. If you ask me, like, let's say, look, let me show you something. I, like, recently, like, used, like, this team in Spire Abyss. Ali, sorry about that, but I will go to Spire Abyss again. So, yeah, let me show the team. I used, like, Ayaka in Newlet team. So yeah, and I use like this team. I use a team like that. It was Furina, this one, it was Escoffier and Ayaka. And by the way, I haven't touched my Ayaka at all. Let me show you my builds. And I will do all of the like all of the chambers. So rotation is going to be like this one, this one, this one. So yeah, Ayaka, I will use Ayaka's burst only. My Ayaka build is like this. So yeah, the same build with 130 energy recharge, which is actually not okay. And also, the problem is, it's like this set. It's way better to use Blizzard when it comes to like burst. But again, I will keep it. Hey Kiki, how are you doing? I pulled her. So that like, oh yeah, like if you like Kiki, if you like the characters, just go for characters. No need to listen to me, believe me or not, because you know, like at the end of the day, it's just a game. It's not something like you know, like just yeah. If you like the characters, just go. By the way, back then I pulled Ayaka because of application, because she actually had back then it was extremely useful when you had like application whenever you want. Now in nowadays, like yeah, we have broken characters.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your
Off to the freezer. At first, the flavor. Whirling.
This is right. Silence!
We need
Coming
advance,
from George.
meddler.
Sometsu. Take flight.
Let the mighty be
I messed up a little bit with rotation.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive. The pinnacle of excellence.
bow your head.
Can I scare you? Let my magic begin.
Be sanctified. Silence! Justice is blindsided.
Shower me with the...
I don't want to use.
Settle down.
I don't want to use my. Ali, why you don't have pulls? Because Ali spent like all of the pulls, if I'm not mistaken. Two miss exposures like already like Aquila,
Where did that come from?
Chiori, and Albedo. Okay, I have 70 pulls with like guaranteed, Welkin, and like capturing radiance. For real, that's crazy actually. Wait, few days, Ali. If you have doubt about that, like yeah, like you know, like game link. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Ali just has like game link problem. It's a huge problem, I know, especially with in the gacha games.
Everybody stand! Boba, get them! Eat this! Extract! Yeah! Nice and spicy! A little ambiance! I'm going in! Boba, get them! Neutralize! Teamwork is strength!
Locked on.
Just I want to do like second part. So yeah, you can use the skirk actually, but the point is like if you use like with a Scoffier, actually skirk, Scoffier, Furina, and Ayaka is not a bad team, and going for so high energy recharge 160, yeah, like it makes sense. So, but yeah, you need to do adjustment anyway.
A little moose boosh. At first, the flavor.
The tides beckon.
My apologies. Embrace the ice. Time to shine. Strike a pose. A dash of frosting. Juice on the loose. Whirling.
Bow your head. Be sanctified.
So yeah, if you see that, like she actually helps a lot. I mean, Ayaka.
Shower me with the...
This one is super annoying.
Cha, za, cha. Right, the pinnacle of excellence. My apologies. Sakura swirl.
Silence! The tides beckon.
Last point, I will pull Skirk if she does well without a Scoffier, which is she will probably not. No, like she will. Like she will, just like Ale. If you have Furina, you will be alright. You know why? Again, use Furina, use Skirk, use Lila. If you have, use Mona. Like we have a lot of options, even without a Scoffier. Yes, damage will be lower, that's true, but it's not going to be like disaster or something. She's still like playable character, and why she's so good, if you ask me, she doesn't need any battery for her energy, because she literally can create energy for herself. And by using her skill, you immediately get like 45 serpent subtleties, which is actually allows you to use her skill for 6 seconds. You know, just using her skill, you get that like tap. You need to tap her skill, and you get that like damage for 6 seconds. Believe me, she is going to be good. Not gonna lie.
Let's light it up!
Nice and spicy. Reconstitute. You're toast.
Everybody stand back!
I got him cornered.
Oh, glory! It's your souls inside! Let's light it up!
Booba, get some. Extract.
Forever hold! I'm going in!
Like, yeah, I will wait. Oh yeah, about waiting, yeah, like it's up to you, Ali, but yeah, no need to spend like your primogems like or other stuff like as soon as you see some like crazy shiny character. Just yeah, like build your account, if you ask me.
Let the world collide! A little amusement! Whirling...
Be sanctified. Bow your head.
Coming to art! Sylvester, take flight! Shower me with praise! Time to shine! A dash of frosting! A burst...
So yeah, like in this case, Ayaka is actually extremely helpful, but it's because of Furina stuff, you know, Escoffier, etc., something like that. If you notice, like yeah, you actually, and by the way, Skirk might be way more flexible, maybe like way more easy to use, because New Wallet, you know what's the problem with New Wallet? I mean, like yeah, New Wallet, no, like yeah, like definitely will be more damage. Like what, Ayaka come back because of like Escoffier is crazy.
Warm sun as it burns off the moisture in the air.
Lila
I'm
is
sure I can
built.
capture it in a dish.
I mean, like,
I
yeah,
just
like,
need
you
to
know why
strike the
Lila?
right flavor
I don't know your
combination.
Lila. If you have constellation for Lila, Ali, Lila is enough. Let me show you why. I mean, I would suggest you to build Lila. Lila can increase your normal attack damage, and it's good for... Oh, by the way, my bad. Actually, normal attack. You know what's the problem with Lila? Oh my god, actually, no. Lila, you can use Lila with, but yeah, that constellation might be not so useful. My bad. You know why? I completely forgot about that, but Lila, yeah, she buffs normal attacks, but skirk damage comes out of skill attacks. I mean, like, it's a skill, considered to skill damage. It means she cannot buff her only like shield and like TOF. Ah, that's true. Because, as you know guys, when she gets infusion by using skill, attacks considered to be a skill damage, but not a normal attack damage. I need to check that. Most likely it's like that. But again, Lila is useful because of like shield, and you can use that like Eshu sword, you know, which is actually free to play if you have it. Another bad sword, by the way. I mean, like, if you ask me, this sword, by the way, you know what? According to the numbers, like calculation, that sword is better than Finale of the Deep. This one, when you're under the shield, gives you like more damage than Finale of the Deep R5. Keep that in mind, guys. And also it gives you crit rate. If I give like 160 here, like, yeah, it's not, if you like, let's say like that. like 8% is not something crazy. If you lose only like 8%, it's cool. So yeah. And also you can build your Ayaka with like 100 crit rate and like a ton amount of crit damage to get like a completely consistent damage, you know. But again, it's kind of like a team. Still, it's like that team with Ayaka Skirk might be useful, like not in all situations. Just keep that in mind, guys. You know why? Because Ayaka is extremely single target. She is bad when it comes to multiple target, but Skirk actually is good. You know why? You can check that video, like that stream, and she actually has extremely great AoE. And by the way, that AoE, according to the video, is way better than Arlecchino has. It's just crazy AoE. Even though, like, as you know, guys, Arlecchino has some AoE. It's not a bad one, but Skirk's AoE is even more better. Unfortunately for Ayaka, yeah, she is mostly single target, even that burst. But again, it's maybe bad for this Spile Abyss, you know, not so convenient, but for future Spile Abyss, it might be okay, because future Spile Abyss is going to be only single targets. So yeah, by the way, Kinich, as I mentioned, that Kinich is going to be good because of single target. By the way, Escoffier as well. As you know, like Escoffier's skill can attack only one enemy at a time. Navia. So yeah, Raiden. So yeah, we have some options for future. A tenacity on Lila for Skirk Vortex. Yeah. Tenacity. Or tenacity, what? Which one? About noblesse? No, like yeah, you can use noblesse, but tenacity is better. Like I like dreamers, like it's better to use tenacity. You can use noblesse on Dahlia. Like let's say like that, if you get Dahlia and you want to use that shield, etc. for something, like for some reason, for example, yeah, because he increases attack speed. Unfortunately, you need some constellations, but again, if you don't have any other options, it's better to use like Dahlia on Noblesse, because Dahlia gives you shield by using his burst. When it comes to Lila though, it's better to use her skill, you know, because skill and burst is kind of the same for her. Okay, let's try the team. Oh yeah, let's try like this one. Well, again, like
Will there be enough food?
like all of the characters,
If
like
not,
let's say
brought my
all
own
of the
stash.
discussion aside, like Escoffier, if you ask me, has a way more higher value by Ali, by the way. So yeah, even in the future you want to get like Escoffier, I would suggest you to get that Escoffier. You know why? Because Escoffier can be used in so many different teams. She's not completely like locked under the skill, which is actually Hydra and Cryo stuff, you know. She can be useful anyway. You still can use like in like AFK team, you still can use with Arlecchino. She's not a bad, with Mavuika as well. So yeah, you can maybe use with Shanling. You know what, let's give it a try. Let's go the team like that. Let's go Bennett. If I have enough energy, I will grab some. Let's go this one. And you know which one? Let's go like kind of like buffer, because I'm low on crit rate, and it's going to be Rosa. Just a second.
I can't wait any longer!
And double shield plus healing. Double shield plus healing. Hey Maria, how are you doing? I have an idea of like a team with Dahlia, but I don't know if it's like viable. The team is Dahlia, Nilo, Kirara, and Yao Yao. Actually, yes, why not? Dahlia, Nilo, Kirara, and Yao, yeah, you can use it. But keep that in mind, Kirara in this case will buff but yeah, it's about shield, it's double shield. You can use it, yeah, easily. Oh, Dahlia, you know what's the benefits from Dahlia? If you ask me, he can renew his shield up to 5 times, which is actually great. As soon as you lose the shield, you get the new one. It's kind of like the same like Toma has, if I'm not mistaken. Toma has the same ability. If you lose a shield by like, yeah, if someone like damaged that shield, you get the new one up to 5 times. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, you can use. Actually, that's Maria. That's useful team. That's true. You can use that team. But keep that in mind. In that case, Dahlia is only kind of like shielder. It also can increase your attack speed. That's true. For Nilo, it might be useful. Alright, so yeah, let's try this one. It's going to be like something like that. Bennett, yes. It's kind of like... Yeah, and I'm going to use only like a Scoffier skill. Let's give it a try. If I don't have enough energy, I will grab that. Yeah, I have all of the energy.
Teamwork is strength! At the frying pan, into the fire! Lights out!
It's not a great one. I mean, like, yeah, you get some damage, but...
Let's light it up! I'm going in! Off to the freezer! Juice on the
I
loose!
mean, like, yeah, you still can do something. Okay, got me.
Out of the frying pan, yeah, you can't run! Shiver! Looks like overtime today.
Yeah, you can kill him anyway, but yeah, it's not a great one. Yeah, unfortunately. Let's get some defense, right? Nilo, Barbara, Yao Yao, Collei is probably the best free-to-play teams. Nilo, Barbara, Yao Yao, Collei. Oh, Barbara, yes, definitely. Nilo, Barbara, Yao Yao, Collei. Yeah, I would say yes. That's actually because, like, yeah, you have like. I think I will try that team. Yeah, definitely. But yes, Maria, just keep that in mind. Like for Nilo, the best team for Nilo is going to be like, yeah, she has a core team, you know? So yeah, like kind of like Nahida, Kokomi, and like Nilo, it's a core team for her, you know? Just keep that. It's kind of like, let's say like that. If you want to get like the maximum from that character, I mean Nilo, like that bountiful like course damage, like Dendro course damage. So yeah, it's going to be like Kokomi, Nahida, and Nilo. It's the best team for her. You know what? Let's try a couple Imaginarium Theater stuff, if you don't mind. Bye bye, Tanuki. Oh no. Oh yeah, like yeah, Tanuki, you're here. Like bye bye, like Ali, bye bye. I have Nahida, but like she's with Cookie, Shinobu, and Shinchu. But it doesn't matter, Maria. You know why? Because like you don't need to rebuild your Nahida anyway. You know. If you use like her on the second half and first half stuff, yes, okay, got it. Shinchu, which one? Cookie, Shinobu, Shinchu. Okay. Okay, let's continue the battle. Let's just... So in this case, I tried like... Yeah, you see like it saves the team. By the way, they will do the same in Spiral Abyss in 5.7. They will keep your team like which you choose. It's actually crazy. It's so good. In this case, actually, if you remember guys, I tried Kinich with that like cryo stuff. Let me try it again, and it was actually pretty good. If I'm not mistaken, the team was like that. And that was Fischl. So yeah, without Fischl is not a great option, unfortunately. So yeah, it's like kind of like this one. If I'm not mistaken, let's give it a try. because you consistently apply Dendro, you consistently apply Cryo, another Dendro, and like, yeah, Official does some damage as well.
A dash of frost! My royal
Target acquired.
That's actually so bad.
Shadow of the past, mine to command.
Russian floral! A little elusive! At first, the fleet! Midnight, St.
Locked on.
No, you need to enable that reaction. That's true. You see, like, now it's actually pretty good.
Neutralized! A dash of frosting! The pinnacle of excellence! Oz revealed!
I got him cornered.
Unfortunately, this reaction is not some consistent. You see the damage is actually now it's good. I mean, he does like about 160k, something like that. Despite that, he mostly...
Reconstitute! Your soul! A little elusive!
Target acquired.
Is opening the problem with kinich when he used that grab. You, like, yeah, maybe I cannot cancel that. Hey Kakarot, how are you doing? How much worse do you think attack goblet would be on Skirk compared to Cryo? Actually, you know, the problem is, it depends. It depends on what you're going to get. Let's say like that. If you go for her that like best team and her signature weapon, I would say it's not a big difference. You know why? Because you get a lot of affixes out of your teammates, out of that weapon, etc. Something like that. So attack goblet might be useful than Cryo. But again, it's not a huge difference. If you ask me, I would still suggest you to use Cryo. If you don't have good piece, then attack. That's it. It's still like Cryo is always better on like Cryo characters. We have some like, yeah, exceptions, which is actually maybe only Mualani, because she has a great scaling percentage, you know, about 80-ish something. It's a crazy scaling percentage. That's it. When it comes to other characters, I would say so, yeah. It's kind of the same. By the way, Kakarot, it's kind of the same like Varesa. It's going to be like Varesa. You can use Electro like damage goblet, and you can use attack damage goblet. You know, the damage difference, like, yeah, exists, but not so huge. So yeah. But again, if you don't have Cryo, use Electro, or use, if you don't have Cryo damage goblet, use attack. It's actually cool anyway. I was going to call you Rat because of you. Nick is like, oh yeah, about that, yeah, Rat is okay with that, like that. By the way, Kakarot, about like, I get like 1 for damage even without Cryo goblet, so I'm considering attack goblet. Yeah, like, yeah, it depends, again, it depends. If you have enough like outside buffs, etc., something like that, you can easily go attack. Because you know why? Actually, in some cases, just in some cases, attack might be slightly better than goblet. Keep that in mind. And yes, another one. If I'm not mistaken, you asked me about like Varesa, Obsidian Codex, and Vitziv, and her signature set and Lost Prayer, right? I made a video, by the way, a long time ago with a damage difference. Let me check that video and just a second. I just remember that like recently. I recall that recently. Just a second. Oh yeah, this one. Oh, I used to use like different weapon, but again, it's like free to play, but it's not free to play. Okay, like Kakarot, like check that link. That one will, like, is the one without Cinder City and Goblet, so I'm like, Really like, yeah, that's a problem. The problem with skirk, the problem with skirk, you might like be like low on attack. That's why attack goblet might be useful. That's true. That's true. That's actually so true. Because let's say like that. By the way, it's the same situation with Arlecchino. You know why? When you don't have enough attack on Arlecchino, and even though you have pretty good crit rate, crit damage, your damage is so bad, it's just terrible. It's better in this case actually for me, sacrifice crit damage to get a little bit more crit rate and attack. And in that case, my Arlecchino can do more damage. You know? It's like, yeah, if you have like 2.4k attack, it's great. Yes, Bennett can buff that attack, but you need to have like the base attack amount of attack, you know? At the baseline, I would say 2.4 is great for like Arlecchino. When it comes to Skirk, it might be the same. You know why? If you compare Skirk with Arlecchino, they are kinda like close to each other. Normal attack, they use charge attack to absorb that mark, you know, void drift stuff, you know. Yes, Arlecchino doesn't have special energy, which is like subtleties, serpent subtleties, but she has bond of life. You can consider bond of life as a special energy because she consumes that bond of life to deal some damage. So yeah, I would say like this one is, if you have 2k attack, it's low. You need to go like 2.4k, something like that. She'll probably only have 2k attack with like cryo goblin. Yeah, that's true. That's a bad, like, yeah, it's the same again. It's the same like for Arlecchino. You can compare Arlecchino with Skirk actually. And that's a problem. If you have like 2k attack is low. A barber for, oh, okay. So Collei, Dendro, Traveler, Cookie, Furina. Oh, okay, it's like about like Nilo. I don't have Nilo, unfortunately, so yeah. Alright, attack goblet is like, you're welcome, Kakar. By the way, check that video. It's about like Varesa. If I'm not mistaken, you asked me about Varesa, Obsidian Codex and Vitziv with like her signature set. Unfortunately, I haven't used Lost Prayer. I used like, oh maybe I did, just a second, let me check, maybe I have another video. I don't remember exactly. I will check that and I will post the link. If I'm not mistaken, no, I don't have, like it's only like, yeah, that one. Okay, so because like, let's say like that, I definitely will try like that attack as well, because when the character is low, like when your main DPS is low on attack, it's bad. It's actually so bad. So Collei, Dendro, okay, it's like that. Barbara, Furina, Candice. I don't have that like much higher characters, but you have Furina. Nilo, Yao Yao, Furina, and Dendro,
Work
Traveler.
hard and live
What about
each
this
day
team,
to
right?
the fullest. That is what life in Mondstadt is all about, isn't it?
Alright, so yeah, this team like actually ended up not so great, unfortunately. But yeah, you know what, let's try Arlecchino team. Like this one, and additional cryo. I don't want to get additional cryo. It's better to use like this one, to give me some resistance to interruption. So yeah, I will start rotation with. So yeah, first one, then yeah, something like that. Let's give it a try. Yao Yao doesn't heal enough Furina. No, actually, you know what? It depends. Because if you build Yao Yao correctly with like good weapon, actually she built in like she heals enough to activate fanfare stacks. The problem is she activates all of the fanfare stack close to the end of her burst. That's a problem. But Yao Yao can be on field.
Overruled. Let's get it on. Let's light it up. Teamwork is fierce on the
Using that burst actually was a waste. It was a waste of time. Yeah, you don't need to use that burst. I mean, like a Scoffier's burst. We told Nilo team plus you take damage from bloom. That's why Yao Yao isn't good. Oh, I see now. Oh, oh yeah, I see. I got it now. Oh my god, so trashy. Yeah, that's true, because like if in that case, or like you definitely will need something more. Unfortunately, yes, again, like Kokomi is just so crazy option for that. But you have Barbara as well. But you have Barbara. Alright, so yeah, let's yeah, if you have Kokomi, yes. But because you know why? Actually Kokomi alone is enough.
Wow. Where did that come from?
About Collei, I would say it's a flex slot. Her best in slot team, like for Nilo, yes, that's true. Let's say like the core team for Nilo's like bountiful course, it's Nilo, Kokomi, and Nahida. It depends what you need to add. You know why? Because actually Nahida's Dendro application is enough, but if you need to have more, then you add. It depends. It again depends. But Baija have great enemies, break shield, like, well, no, like, Dreamers, you can't, like, anyway, so yeah, like again, like, like, you know, like, even if, like, in this case, you can add, like, kinich as well, you know, the problem is, like, yeah, kinich is not a great option. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, but you know what's the problem with Yao Yao, like with Collei? Collei is a circle impact, and that's a huge problem. Even though she is good, like that's a circle impact. When it comes to Nilo though, Nilo just creates that like hydro aura around you, you know? And that circle is extremely like bad. It's so small. But yeah, like, come on, Dreamers, like, you know, like when it comes to Dendro, it doesn't mean you can add all of the Dendros to like Nilo's team. Nilo, you know, like Nilo, by the way, maybe one of the first limited characters. The point is that Bloom team, it's so powerful, no one's care about that, you know? It's extremely powerful team. The problem is you need like her specific team, which is Kokomi, Nahida, and Nilo. That's the problem. It's kind of like Kinich team, you know? When you need like Emily, right? Emily, Kinich, and like, let's say like, for example, Mavuika, right? It's kind of the same. Or let's say like, I don't know, like Varesa, like Constellation 6, Chevreuse team. A Scoffier? No, you can use a Scoffier. No. Like, guys, like, let's like, you know, like, I'm not a good, like, big, like, you cannot use a Scoffier, Dreamers. Just forget about like any other elements. You know what's the problem is? Just keep that in mind, guys. If you use Nilo, you only can use Hydro and Dendro because of her passive. Just keep that in mind. Let me check that and show you. Like, you cannot use Escoffier at all because she has like this passive when all characters in the party are like Dendro and Hydro. Just keep that in mind. Only in this case you get something. In all other cases, yeah, it's a like, yeah. Just keep that in mind. No Escoffier like allowed. No, like, I don't want to say it's bad, Rat. Don't get me wrong. I didn't say it's bad. I mean, like, to get full potential, you need to avoid using any other element. That's it. I mean, like, let's say like that. Like, you know, like, how to tell that? With, you still can use Kinich with like other characters as well, but his best team is the best team. I mean, I don't want to say it's bad or something. You just like need to, like, if you want to get full potential, you need to use like Hydro and Dendro. That's it. It's not a rule, of course. Like, you know why Genshin is so great? Why I like Genshin? Because actually you can use different elements, whatever you want. But when it comes to damage and you want to get like full potential of character of your team, like, yeah, you need to read that, you know, passives, talents, etc., something like that. Because, like, yeah, let's say like that. It's the same thing with the Escoffier. If you want to get like maximum damage with your Ayaka, you will try to use only Hydro and Cryo, because that Escoffier gives you crazy, resistant like shred, right? If you add another element like Kazuha, for example, yes, you still can do the damage, but it's not going to be so like, you know, convenient, you know? You can use xilonen as well, but it's not going to be so convenient, you know? You need to switch to additional like moves. It's annoying. Oh no, Rat, you're wrong. Dendro, Hydro, Nilo is only better for Mora. No, you're wrong. Like, Nilo is really bad on single target. Yes, maybe she's really bad on single target, I'm not gonna lie. But when it comes to damage, like, it's kind of like, yeah, you get more when you use only Hydro and Dendro. Why? How it's possible? It's like, okay, I'm not going to like argue about that. Use whatever you want. It's like, all right. So yeah, let's just a second. Let me check that. Oh, Rat, I'm not going to say like it's bad. Again, like don't get me wrong, guys. If you think like I say that it's bad, no, it's not bad. You still can use it, that's true. But her best team, despite like single target or multiple targets, it's again like Hydro and Dendro. It's like, it's obvious, you know? You still can use that. It's not going to like, I'm not going to say it's bad. No. Again, you can do pretty good damage with the Escoffier as well, but definitely will be less damage, you know? It's almost the same at like one with citlali. Oh, right. I would actually like, it's actually like, yeah, I wouldn't like say that it's the same. You know why? Let's say like that. If you switch let's say like that. If you switch with a Escoffier team, like instead of like going for another Cryo or Hydro, you will lose 40 red shredding, right? In this case, you can actually potentially use some like anemo character to get that 40% red shred, because like with WiFi set, right? But it's not going to be the same. You know why? You definitely will lose some DPS. Maybe the damage will be the same, but DPS will be lower. Because like you need to switch, you need to apply that then like anemo again and again, you know? It's almost the same. No, but like honestly, Nilo Efi gets like really competitive with Hydro. Yes, that's completely different. It's competitive, but not the same. I would agree with that. Because like, you know, guys, like the point is, even though you can use different elements, it's again like every character has its own best teammates. It's simple like that. I mean, like, again, it's like Escoffier, by the way, is a great example. And Escoffier and, like, let's say like xilonen, or yeah, with xilonen is actually completely different a little bit. But yeah, when it comes to like using like sucrose or kazuha to activate that VV set, rest shredding, which is actually, just a second, gives you like 40%. Rest shred up to 40% for 10 seconds. It's not going to be so convenient, you know? You need to reapply that anemo again and again. It's going to be annoying. So that's why using only Hydra and Cryo with a Escoffier is way more convenient. Oh yeah, I like Dreamers like try to use like all of the characters, but yeah, Yelan is actually maybe like okay. I just like, yeah, maybe. But when it comes to Cryo, so yeah, it's kind of like that. It's still like you can like use it, but again, it depends. All right. Okay, guys, so yeah, by the way, don't forget about like Cartesia. I'm a little bit hyped about Cartesia, to be honest, and we're going to get her in couple days, if I'm not mistaken. Just a second, let me check that schedule. We're going to, yeah, it's like on July 12th. On July 12th, because that Cartesia is like, I don't know like about the WuWa guys, but yeah, I definitely want to get that Cartesia, her signature weapon. Would be nice to get that. Okay, let me get some like this ones. Oh my. Or 3 days. Banner like ends in 2 days. No, banner like, you mean like WuWa? Banner ends into, it's kind of like the same like in Genshin. Let's say like that. Even though banner ends in 7 days, 19 hours, right? You need to wait for 8 days and 4 hours, because like it's going to be like we're going to get like no banners whatsoever. It's same thing like in WuWa, because we're going to get about like 6 or like 8 hours without any banners whatsoever. So yeah, like when you check that window, you will get only like this banner. That's it. So yeah, it's like on July, as the new version will be like rolled out on July 12th. And by the way, that day I will stream WuWa, maybe whole day. So yeah, we'll check that, because I want to get that Cartesia. And she's so cool. Cartesia going to be the next meta DPS of WuWa. We'll see. You know why? Like definitely she's going to be powerful. But again, like, I don't know, like WuWa is completely like kind of different game, you know why? Because like weapons in WuWa makes a lot of difference, you know? And it's not like in Genshin. In Genshin we have pretty good free-to-play weapons. In WuWa we doesn't have at all. And that's a big problem if you ask me. And also WuWa is like extremely like power creep games. Don't forget about future characters, which is Augusta, you know? I heard that Augusta might be also pretty powerful. We'll see, we'll see. She's definitely will be fun to play because of voice acting. I like that, when she transforms to that, like how, like I the new form, true form. Yeah, that's a true form. I will probably try 50-50 on Chun-Li and go about Chun-Li. Actually, I would say Cartesia. And then go. I wouldn't suggest you to go for Chun-Li. You know why? Because we're going to get Augusta, and future characters maybe one of them is going to be like another pyro one. So yeah, like you know, like I would suggest wait a little bit. No need to like yeah, Chun-Li is not bad with her signature weapon. I have Chun-Li. She is extremely fun to play. You know, she's really cool. But again, she is pretty old character. You know. And WuWa has a problem when it comes to power creep, you know? Chiori piece? Chiori piece, courtesy going to be like Chiori piece. You mean like Changli piece maybe? Changli piece, yes. Like, oh, you pre-farm for Changli? I don't know what to say. Let me check if I have physical damage. If I'm not mistaken, I have couple physical damage. Oh my god, physical damage, another one. You know what? Yeah, I have this 10 level. Let's try. If I can get crit damage, I don't need that physical damage at all. I have great physical damage. Just a second. I pull Changli. I could go for quick swap Carlota. Oh yeah, that's true. If I pull, that's true. Like if you ask about that yes. Like Changli and Shangliao is the only two characters, if I'm not mistaken, who has that quick swap abilities. That's true. But again, like, you know, like quick swap is good, but it's like not, it's extremely convenient when it comes to overworld, when it comes to like, yeah, fighting. But again, damage wise, I don't know, like it's up to you. If you like it, why not? Chun-Li definitely like quick swap, extremely useful. Especially in overworld. Attack, okay. Let me get rid of these artifacts because I don't need that physical at all. I hope I can get like, yeah, and it's elemental mastery again. Oh my god. Alright. Defense on crit rate stuff? No. Thank you very much indeed. Genshin Carlota quick swap exists too. Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, you know what? Like, you can, because like generally scales with defense. Chiori. An attack, so it's like literally perfect. What? No, that defense. Oh, you mean like that artifact? Damn, bro. Like, yeah, like this one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I know. Like, it might be useful for some characters, but yeah, I just like, you know, like maybe for future characters, we'll see. Maybe some future characters can get something, you know. Oh my god. Okay, let's get like some flat. Yeah, like if I'm not mistaken, who told me that? So yeah, Zora told me that. So yeah, get some flat defenses. Let's try this one attack. If I can get like crit rate, would be nice. Oh my. Not even close. Try Jinshi, Varesa, Yunlin. This is a better red. So I'm trying like to build Carlota team, Jinshi team, like is almost ready, and my third team will be Cartesia. Now Cartesia, yeah, I would suggest you to go, like guys, if you ask me, I would suggest Cartesia is going to be like, let's say like that. Like Cartesia maybe is going to be like Shorekeeper, must-have character if you ask me. Because like, as you know guys, Shorekeeper is just crazy as hell. She is extremely useful. Just like, yeah, must-have, really must-have. She has so many different abilities. Let's say like that. If you compare with Furina, I would say Shorekeeper is better than Furina. Just imagine like that. But she is really better than Furina because she gives you like, yes, Furina is cool, but yeah, let's say if we can compare both of them, you know? Yes, it's completely different games, but again, attack circlet. Let's try this one. Maybe I can get like crit damage. Sorry guys. Defense, thank you very much. I hope I get courtesy of. I wish you best of luck, Dreamers. I wish you actually my first two limited 5-star were Genshin and Yinlin, for real. Yinlin is good, but you know what's the problem with Yinlin? The huge problem with Yinlin, if you don't have her signature weapon, she's bad. that's actually like, yeah, she's actually so bad. She's terrible if you don't have her signature weapon. And by the way, her signature weapon, if I'm not mistaken, like according to like I read a couple times, so yeah, about like people says that her signature weapon is one of the best supportive weapons in the game. or another attack. Let's just give it a try. Maybe I can get... I want to get rid of some, like, my... Like... Oh my god, okay. No. Yeah, but... Oh yeah, thank you very much, Remus. So early PD, about that, I don't know. About my early PD, I definitely would go for weapon first. You know why? Because I'm pretty close to weapon, and after that, I will go for characters, like in this order. Because you know what the point is? I mean, I usually convert all of the asteroids into wishes, which is actually a bad idea. So yeah, I just recently got that. Yeah, it's a 1 year, like just imagine 1 year like old player and just damn, but it's crit rate, no, attack, HP attack is bad combination. So yeah, let's get rid of all of the trashes I have. Oh no, I keep it, you know why? Because it's my only crit rate. Genshin really needs that signature. Yeah, that's unfortunately yes. You know why? I mean, like, even though I like why I went for Genshin, because I like Genshin. But to be honest, guys, I played Genshin for 1 week, then I bench her. Even though I like the character, like she's pretty cool, her damage is terrible. You know why? You need to collect all of the stacks to do some damage, and if you miss some, the damage is trash. Phoebe in that case way more better. Like I don't want to talk about like Zani. Zani is just extremely powerful, you know? And other characters might like, yeah, like Shinji now is not so relevant if you ask me. Even though like, yeah, pretty fun to play. HP circlet. Okay, so yeah. You know why I keep that? Because I have pretty good flower. She scales of HP, like I think she needs like that weapon, but who? No, you mean like Cartesia? Yes. You know why? You mean Cartesia or like citlali? Or like Jinshi? Phoebe use as support 2 vortex like and DPS 2 double rolls. Yeah, I really like Jinshi and like Carlotta. That's why I went. Yeah, like about Carlotta actually. Like let's say like that. If you ask me, even though I don't like Carlotta so much, but I know that she is extremely powerful. That is true. That's actually true. So yeah, she's extremely powerful. And if you get to her rotation, she's just like, yeah, like at the moment she's #1 when it comes to cryo DPS. That's true. But we have Shenhua. So that's why I just skipped Carlotta. And like, you know, like that moves when she uses that pistol, it's kind of annoying if you ask me, jumping around, etc., something like that. I don't know, like I don't like it so much, but again, it's me. But yeah, always go for the characters. By the way, like for that reason, I went for Jinshi, because of like, yeah, I like Jinshi a lot. But again, like it's turned out like not so great, unfortunately. I mean, like, yeah, I still can use her. Maybe I'm bad with that character. Most likely I'm bad in that with that character. Cartesia, yes, about Cartesia. You know what's the problem is? Again, like, what's the problem with WuWa, if you ask me, guys? We don't have pretty good weapons. That's a huge problem. Because when it comes to Genshin, if I'm not mistaken, the only weapon we don't have at the moment, which is its HP sword. All other weapons is available for us. But when it comes to Wuthering Waves, we don't have weapons at all. Like all of the free-to-play weapons are pretty trashy. Yes, like you can choose one weapon which might be useful, but when it comes to, let's say like that, let's say the character like Brand, he needs his signature weapon because of energy recharge. And you know why? Because you need to build Brand with, his name is Brand, right? If I'm not mistaken. He needs to get like crit rate, crit damage ratio, and at the same time pretty good amount of energy recharge. Shorekeeper, we have pretty good alternative weapon for Shorekeeper. It's only because she doesn't need crit rate, crit damage. When it comes to Cartesia though, Cartesia also needs crit rate, crit damage. So yeah, that's true, Dreamers. Like her signature weapon must have as well. I can easily go to enemies with it. Which one? Carlotta ability, such as a long range. Oh yeah, about the, I don't know actually. Well, yeah, she has a range. That's true. And then it's like another character. And Carlotta have 2 big hit, 1 at burst, and last hit is great too. Yeah, that's true. It's kind of like Eola, if you ask me. Like kind of like sort of Eola when you just like. Like yeah, use her burst and wait a little bit. Oh yeah, another physical damage. You see, like I had like I used my like yeah. Geo HP. Okay, so yeah. Unfortunately, not today. But again, guys, if you want to go for Skirk, don't forget about Mercy Hunter. I would suggest you to build Mercy Hunter because like that set might be extremely useful. By the way, it's the same like Ayaka, if you ask me. If Ayaka can use Mercy Hunter, then Skirk definitely can use Mercy Hunter. You know why? Let's say like that. As you know, like Ayaka's main source of damage is her burst anyway, you know? And Mercy Hunter only increase your normal and charge attack, right? So in this case, Skirk definitely can benefit from that. And also on top of that, you can get like crit rate. The only problem with that, it's a weapon. Which weapon to choose? Because going for her signature weapon in this case might be slightly problem because you can overcap that crit rate. But yeah, that's about like, or you need to go for like a circlet without like crit rate at all, with a huge amount of attack if it's possible. By the way, just a second, let me check. I have something like that, you know, crit damage with attack percentage. Yeah, something like, yeah, something like that, for example, you know, like low crit rate but huge amount of attack, or like no crit rate for whatsoever and huge amount of attack. She doesn't need energy recharge at all. So yeah, like something like that, you know, with a low crit rate and huge amount of attack. Because that 22% attack is actually
astounding
huge.
Flavor. But unlocking that potential takes a keen sense of smell.
Variation is great for... Oh yeah, variation, yes, that's true. You're right. About that, yeah, but by the way, you know what? Actually, variation is good for some other characters as well. So variation is maybe one of the best, like, and most, like the most used weapon in Wuthering Waves. But again, like WuWa is bad when it comes to free-to-play weapons, unfortunately. It's so bad. I use Carlotta with that 4-star healer. Which one? Oh yeah, Baiji. Baiji. Yeah, Baiji is good actually. You know, like Baiji is good. But if I'm not mistaken, it's better to use Azuka. But yeah, Baiji is cryo as well, maybe because of that. I'm sad because I don't have C6 anymore. Oh, that's alright. You know what? Another problem in WuWa. WuWa doesn't... Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot about that. WuWa doesn't have... By the way, at the moment, guys, as you know, like we have like weekly routine, which is actually you need to do. And that's why this one is... Just a second, let me find the place. You know what's the problem with like WuWa again? Another problem? We don't have enough 4-star characters in WuWa. And that's a problem, another problem. Because when it comes to 4-star, the point is you definitely will get that Baiji like or in no time. Where was that? Oh yeah, I forgot. It's like it was like in here. So yeah. Vortex, you gonna like rise that crit rate, circle it from Varesa set? I use Shunhua instead of Tako. Tako is not bad, but Shunhua is way better. You can use that team too. There is Carlota, Baiji, and Tico. Like about that, yeah, you can use it. What one? Which one? What you gonna rise that crit rate circle? No, for Varesa set. Crit rate circle? No, I'm not for Varesa. No, I will skip that. No, you know why? My Varesa is pretty okay.
An inspired melange.
The only thing I need it's like it's you say me like it's attack sand. Just as let me show you my builds. Let me get some food.
An important part of cooking is making sure the
No 5-star
ingredients absorb the
whatsoever.
flavors
Just
in the
like
dish.
at least
To that
one.
end, a chef must be able to.
Not
yeah.
bad.
Not bad. She says like not bad when you have when you get that 5-star. And you can say it by the color, by the way. It's a little bit shiny and gold. And it's kind of wearable. I like Shanhua too. Why use music? Oh yeah, Shanhua, like, by the way, Shanhua, if I'm not mistaken, is one of the best free-to-play supportive characters in the game. And she can be
Even
DPS
the
as
most
well.
unassuming ingredients can produce astounding.
So in WuWa, actually, it's easy to like Constellation 6 all of your 4 stars because we don't have so many 4 stars. Which one you told me about? I have pretty good like piece on my Varesa. Because of that, you see this one? Oh yeah, you told me like crit rate. No, like crit rate is bad. You know why? Because like yeah, like crit rate for Varesa is bad because I use this weapon. And I don't need so much crit rate. I have enough. The only thing I need like attack goblet. Oh my sorry, attack sand. Would be nice to get something like in the future. I sent you a YouTube video on Discord like chat Vortex like boss teams of. I will check of Carlotta's, right? Okay, I will check. First for that. All right, no problem. Like Dreamers, like. Oh, it's for that. Oh, okay. So yeah, like yeah, well, not, the only thing I need is like yeah, attack. I have this one, and I have this one. You know what? Actually, like Genshin with Shenhua was really good in early days. Yeah, like that's true. You know what? I'm not so good when it comes to like team comps, to be honest. But like you can use Genshin with Shenhua. Now it's not like if you ask me, you know, like the problem with that team, as I know, it's you cannot collect enough stacks for Genshin. You know, it's a problem. That's why you need someone who can do like coordinated attacks. We don't have so many characters. Is Jishu, if I'm not mistaken, if I pronounce her name correctly. The problem with WuWa is the names. Again, another problem with it. It's so difficult to pronounce the names sometimes. So yeah, Genshin is slightly better when it comes to names. When it's like, yeah, when it comes to names. If I'm not mistaken, it's better to use some coordinated attacked character for Genshin because you need those stacks, you know. And another problem, using Genshin with another Spectro is also might be a problem because of like as you know guys, like each element shared its stack creation. I mean elements shared stack creation, so you lose some time, you know. You need to, it's better to use with Shinji, it's better to use 3 different elements. Unfortunately, we have Varesa, which is Spectre as well, and we have Shorekeeper, which is Spectre as well. Kyushu is better at... Oh yeah, by the way, it's because of elements, that's true. Yeah, but like, it wasn't bad option. Okay, like, it's not a problem since like I have my status set to invisible. So yeah, alright guys, this is it for today. Thanks for joining. I will be online tomorrow. By the way, don't forget about like we should get skirk short animation maybe tomorrow, maybe. So yeah, they like told about, if you know which one, if you remember, like we got that short like a couple seconds like footages about that short animation, you know, they told us like about that on the stream. So yeah, maybe like something, we'll see, would be fun, definitely. And yes, how many days? It's a week, right? We have a week until like... Yeah, we have 8 days until like a few, like new version. Yeah, but like it wasn't bad option at all. Oh yeah, yeah, again, thanks for joining guys. I will be online tomorrow, so we'll see. Maybe I will do like, maybe if it's up to you, maybe I will switch from like Genshin to WuWa or ZZZ. We'll check that, because ZZZ got a crazy updates. Oh, good night, Tanaki, good night. Thanks for joining. Alright, so yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining guys, and yeah, feel free to join tomorrow guys. Bye bye guys, bye bye.
An important part of cooking is making sure the ingredients absorb the flavors in the dish. To that end, a chef must be able to wield a knife with the same level of precision as a surgeon. Practice makes perfect.
I don't want to add to Anthony's troubles. Oh, which should I choose? And a radish veggie soup.
Even the most unassuming ingredients can produce astounding flavor. But unlocking that potential takes a keen sense of smell, a refined palate, and an open mind.